and welcome to week 4 of the Aegis Guardian League. I'm Jason Grip 5, and today we have my new color cast with me. I have Malcolm. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Jason?
Well, honestly, Kanye didn't drop. I've been let down yet again. I've missed my sister's graduation for this. Why, Kanye? All I
Wait,
want
wait,
is to
wait,
listen to your masterpiece of an album, but sadly
wait,
I
wait.
can't.
So, Jason, let me get this straight. You skipped your sister's graduation in anticipation of this dropping, and you were disappointed.
Well, I don't have a sister, but yes, I skipped my sister's graduation for this. I'm
I see. I
disappointed.
see.
All right,
Okay.
well, what we aren't gonna skip is this matchup between Meme City Paradox and Dreadzone Gaming Elysium. Both teams are 1-2 and are looking to pick up that second win off the split.
Yeah, this will be pretty important for both teams heading into play-ins. So I think at this point they're pretty. Yeah, their position in the standings is pretty locked. We only have 3 weeks left. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited because just looking at both these teams, I see a couple of on paper contested picks. Like, I noticed both teams junglers play Viego, and that is a pretty explosive and spicy pick to see on the Rift. So I'm hoping to see either team get their hand on that. And yeah, Jason, I haven't been paying too much attention to AGL until now. So, what have you seen from these teams so far,
Right.
if anything?
Well, I remember, last week Dreadzone Gaming just came off a huge win against Omega Gaming Horizon. Kirito really, yeah, Kirito really pulling out the. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. Kirito pulling out the carry pants there. You know, pulling the team through. So Dreadzone Gaming and Legion definitely coming off a lot of momentum here. It's such a big win over Omega Gaming, but and then Meme City on the other hand, went down to 0-2 to Big Menergy. So definitely in terms of momentum, Dreadzone Gaming do have a lot working on their side here. But on the same hand, we can't just completely count them out as well. 1 and 2 doesn't mean that they're doing badly. Not to mention
Mm-hmm.
that they are basically like what a few spot like like a few spots away on the standings. They're only one spot away. It's the difference of game record.
Mm-hmm.
So plenty of room for upsets and potential here.
Yeah, that's a great point about the Dreadzone series against Horizon last week, because Andicus was a standout performer for me watching that series, and I think if Meme City want a solid shot in this series, they really want to focus down Andicus because just looking at their stats and the way they draft, I think Dreadzone are really going to put a lot of eggs in the Andicus basket.
Yeah, definitely. I was remember seeing that Yasuo yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Not yesterday, the last week. I mean, and that was something else I can tell you. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see some of these target bans coming through. But first off, we already see the Shen being banned out against Complex with side of Meme City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Riven in response against Kush Marbles. I'm surprised that Complex's Aurelia isn't as contested this throughout the regular season so far.
Yeah, definitely wonder why. But you know, still pretty interesting to see the dead ban coming out against Andius, which is pretty standard so far. Teams have opted for that ban as well, and so I'm really interested to see what Meme City decide to put on Kush Marbles. Kush Marbles, he was at a point a stun gaming player, and
Mm-hmm.
he's definitely mechanically quite solid. And so putting him on carries is definitely a goal that Meme City want to be going for. But same thing with Buckby. Buckby is very capable of carrying. Daedry's very capable of carrying. These are all like good players who are able to pull off these great mechanical performances. A lot of it just depends on how they're able to execute. See Meme City banning that Yasuo out for respect as well. So definitely, you know, Anakin being a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and then Dreadzone taking away the Zaya, which has been a staple of Daydream thus far, and the Lulu, two defensive um, picks for the Meme City bot lane.
Yeah, Meme City get away with the Viego first pick here. You were talking about it earlier, and definitely setting themselves up with a really strong pick, especially in this patch. And so, even though his solo lane potential has been nerfed, I still think he can be played in the solo lanes, but definitely looking like he'll be in the jungle right now.
Yeah, really great pickup. He's a really warping champion. You really have to play around and navigate fights well if Viego's in the enemy team. And there's the Aurelia, which I
Yeah,
would
looks like. Yeah. Go ahead.
You know, I was gonna say that's speaking of flex picks, which Viego sadly is a little weaker on the flex side. Aurelia is not, and both Complex and Andicus look quite competent on the pick.
Yeah, and Aurelia, especially, so many, especially after that mini rework, so strong right now, that you can go the Gore Drinker W max build, or you just, build her as usual, and like, she's so much, or apparently it feels like it should be easier to pull off, damage. You see the Ziggs being picked up here for Govamine probably, and good pick as well.
Yeah, really safe pick. So that's taking away a safe pick that Meme City probably would have liked for themselves, and it also has, at least on paper, flex potential. But I'd be really surprised to see Andicus take the Ziggs, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and it looks like, they're hovering Wukong for Kush Marbles, definitely,
Ooh,
emphasizing the topside priority, so that's
I
really
like
good.
this a
But
lot.
yeah, definitely. Wukong is a champ that has a good angle to engage, and so it's really good for Viego because once that like AoE is going down, Wukong's gonna be able to clean up and being able to pick up those souls as well and definitely turn the tides of a fight.
It also is pretty much forcing Andicus to take the Aurelia because Aurelia does not like playing against Wukong. It's a really rough matchup, and so I like Meme City's approach. I feel like they could have slammed double solo lane there, and just say the Aurelia is not going to have fun the entire game. But I respect the
Yeah,
Nautilus pick for some engage
yeah, that's
potential.
true. Nautilus, like they've set up their entire jungle top support, and these are really good picks because I think a lot of these picks so far have been deciding how team fights have been played. So it's
Mhm.
really good. But Alistar being locked in here as well, so definitely not a bad pick. Not as rare, not seen as often as other supports in the meta right now, but still it's definitely a strong pick, regardless.
Mhm. I think Dreadzone opting for the Alistar over something really defensive like a Braum or a Thresh tells me that they still want playmaking opportunities and does provide that. He does have the forward playing potential that you don't get with a Braum or a Thresh, who are more dependent on flash plays, either flash play or flash Braum ult, respectively.
Yeah, I see. Buckby, the amazing Buckby. Sorry, it's Ari being target banned out here. It's
Mhm.
Volibear being banned out here from side of Meme City. I think these are good bans so far. Your Meme City are really gonna need some magic damage right now, and for the side of Dreadzone, they're definitely looking for some more hard engage because the cow isn't enough if you want to be starting a fight. So definitely want to look for a secondary or a more primary option of engage as well.
Mhm. I like the Sylas ban as well. It feels a little bad to ban Sylas when Alistar is on the enemy team, but I don't think they want to take that skill matchup, and I think that skill matchup besides Sylas is not favored against Aurelia. So
Yeah, definitely.
so they're not interested in it at all. Galio.
I like the Galio ban personally. I think, synergistically, Galio is a really strong pick with when you have champs like Wukong, Nautilus, Viego that are all like jumping in and diving in, and then you have a
Hmm.
Galio ult on top of that. It's gonna be really hard for champions like Ziggs and other, squishier carries or squishier champs that DZ picks for them to be able to move once, they've kind of ran in and stuff. So I think it's definitely a good ban. Yone being hovered as the last ban here, and this is gonna be locked in. So once again, they really don't want Manticus on these carry picks.
Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see top lane here. I'm actually gonna check real quick to see if Wukong's even in the wheelhouse for Buckby. I don't. I'm gonna say. I want to say no. I want to say that he's probably not gonna take it. It's gonna be Wukong top. But I like the Xin Zhao. It's similar. It plays a similar role to the Alistar. It can play forward and it can play defensive with the ultimate. And curious what Meme City responds with because there's some potent disengage now. So do they? I
Yeah.
don't think they want to go all in with the engage. Yeah. Okay.
Trundle's a really good pick. I really like it here. Really stops the advances that Aurelia, Alistar, and even Xin Zhao can go for. Really good counter. So that could mean that Viego is going to like, a lane, or it could mean Trundle support Lotus lane. But it's a really out of place pick in terms of lane positions. But the pick itself, I really like.
Hmm.
And the Xin Zhao, I'm a bit worried about because there could be some anti
Ooh.
synergy with with the Ziggs, but looks like Seraphine's gonna be locked in, so it could be a Seraphine Trundle bot lane.
Yeah. This is really surprising, but I do like the Seraphine. I think having an enchanter with an array of bruisers like Meme City has is really great. Bruiser, I think everyone has at least experienced once or twice the power of Bruiser plus Yumi. And while we don't have a Yumi here, Seraphine is equally, if not more potent with her ultimate.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of looking like a Beauty and the Beast bot lane here. So very
Mm-hmm.
interesting setup for sure. And we see Urgot locked in. Going to be going to the top lane complex. So I like the pick as well because if you get the Execute and Fear Beyond Death, especially with like 4 melee champions, it's gonna be pretty effective.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I'm a big fan of the Urgot as well. Juggernauts really struggle with getting to your opponent, to the opponent. So if the enemy team is more than willing to jump on you, you're really happy playing a Juggernaut like Urgot or Darius or Garen. And you look at Meme City's comp, and almost everyone wants to go in to some extent. So he's gonna get those flips with a disdain. He's probably gonna get the fear off, and a pretty impactful fear, too, if things go well for Dreadzone.
yeah, I really think another thing. I think something that'll be really crucial is actually how well Ziggs has played. It's gonna be really on Gopamine to see how well he can use those bombs and use the terrain control to his advantage. Because if he messes it up, that's gonna be four sweaty champions that are jumping straight onto you and just not letting you play the game. And so I think in terms of who I favor in the draft, I really like Meme City's draft. I really like Dreadnought's draft, and I personally favor Meme City's one just because the satisfaction you get from a really good combo is purely that's enough to just win the whole game by itself.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think taking the Seraphine in against the Ziggs, they're both pretty safe, stable laners. They don't really want to aggress, and they do have aggressive supports in Nautilus and Alistar respectively. But I think the ease of execution, the impact that Seraphine can have compared to Ziggs, is significant because Seraphine can allow her teammates to set her up for success, and the Encore is going to hit. The Encore is going to hit off for teammates, whereas Ziggs has to really work to aim the skill shots himself. And
Yeah,
and so if the execution's not up to par, then the impact of the champion's weaker. So
I
it
do
takes less
think.
for Seraphine to have an impact.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I do think Ziggs and Irelia, if they both press R same time, or like if DZE can really have their synergy levels up, definitely really looking forward to that as we should be heading towards our loading screens anytime soon. I'm not sure what the delay is on that. Okay, but yeah, looks like we're gonna be sending to a break, so don't go anywhere. This is the Aegis Guardians League, and we'll be right back. Alright, and welcome back. Sorry for the bit of the extended delay. This is Aegis Guardians League Week 4. Once again, I'm Jason, and with me is Simulcrum on the casting desk, as we see some interesting shenanigans with Viego bot lane.
Yeah, Jason, I'm not sold on Viego bot lane. I'm not sold on Viego or lane Viego in general, but
30 seconds until
I don't think Viego's gonna find a home bot lane anytime soon.
Yeah, CO Rover walking up here, getting out attack onto Night Train. Night Train is positioning a bit far forward, gets a chomp off, press the attack proc, huge chunk of health out of Night Train already, so gonna be forced to recall. Means Meme City should have the window to place a ward if they want, but no, just sweeping.
Okay, really safe ward thrown by Night Train. Understandable given he got chomped on a few times.
But yeah, anyways, I wanna talk about the Viego bot lane there. Daydream opting to go for Ignite as well, so definitely much more risky lane for much more risky lane for the Viego for herself to be playing through. So definitely really interested to see how it goes out. I'm kind of shocked. I would have thought they would have done something like swap the Seraphine to bot and throw the Viego mid at least. But
Mm-hmm.
this is something that we just haven't seen before, and so I'm really scared that it's gonna get punished and abused by the Ziggs and Alistar.
Yeah, and I think the Ignite's really interesting because if you're planning to throw the Viego here, I think you would prefer the TP because Viego, especially after the series of nerfs he's been subjected to, he really wants to look for skirmishes and picks to accelerate, and TP can really facilitate that because I can't see Viego Nautilus getting prio over Ziggs Alistar.
Yeah, it's easy right here, just getting chunked out by the Zigzone. But oh, one thing, Atticus landing
no.
the false duet already gets the Q on towards Buckby. Buckby in trouble, forced to flash away. One more auto from Atticus. First blood going to Atticus already. The Aurelia in the mid lane does get hit by the tower though, so it's a 1-for-1. But huge first blood going to the side of Atticus, using that ignite and early pressure early on, pick up the kill.
Yeah, really great from Andicus, and this is, if you're Buckby, if I'm Buckby, I'm really scared right now, because that's a Xin Zhao as the enemy jungler, and without Flash the Seraphine, it's an easy setup. Andicus can just hold the Flawless Duet now, and Seraphine I expect should die 1 to 2 more times before that Flash cooldown comes back up.
Yeah, like definitely just, Atticus really putting on the carry pants here. Great flawless duet, predicting the movement of Buckby there, before Buckby could really go out dodging away. And I couldn't even talk about, the point about our Viego bot lane is that, his Q's on a really short cooldown. So it gives him a bit of range to be able to farm out safely. And as long as, and I think it'll be a mistake from Dreadzone Gaming if they don't play towards targeting the bot sides. Buckby once again does get the W away to have the move. The E does slow down the Aurelia, so it's gonna get out fine this time, but so close to death once again. Really playing with fire here.
Yeah, it looked like Andicus was a little overeager. He landed the first flawless duet that led to the first blood, but I think he could have waited for Night Train to get in position. But really good from Buckby to dodge down, running to his jungler.
Yeah.
And also something that that I didn't get a chance to touch on because there was a lot of stuff going on mid lane was the Dreadzone bot lane playing really respectfully. We saw the Trundle clearing down from blue side to red, and Dreadzone, they were pushing for the first few waves, but respecting the fact that Trundle was in the area and backed off, denying him the gank opportunity. So really heads up play from the Ziggs and Alistar.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I think one thing for sure is that, Gokumi and Magfree do have the room to be a lot more greedy. As you see a really early 4-minute lost chapter back,
Yeah, he's allowed to.
Yeah, the good old futures market tech, getting that advantage in, especially now's a really good time to be able to do that as well, especially because you have a lane that's unable to apply a lot of pressure. So it's definitely very good. Dragon's gonna be up in 15 seconds, so I think Night Train definitely wants to be able to pick out early, especially with with Viego not with spot lane.
Yeah, and actually I think that Meme City have first choice of this Drake as Complex walks past the minion wave. Okay. But yeah, because Trundle has already reset, he has the Sheen going towards the Divine Sunderer, and Night Train on the Zen yet to reset, and Meme City had a few seconds ago prio mid and bot.
Yeah, Complex does get the flip on towards Kush Marbles. Kush Marbles in trouble here. Doesn't have the W available. Doesn't even... I'm not sure about the E. Does get the dodge from the wind becomes lightning, but forced to flash away. Will there be a follow-up flash? Yes, Night Train follows up with the flash. Good thing slaying the dragon on the other end. Buckby does get stunned up again. It looks like it's going to be another solo kill towards the side of Andicus. Buckby walking up too far forward here. So definitely not looking too good here for the side of the Seraphine.
Yeah, really, really rough once the initial flash is blown, and especially once the Vanguard's edge is available. Andicus has free reign to engage on Buckby at will. And also off-screen, we saw Kushmar was actually surviving the gank despite Xin Zhao committing the flash. So, good play from him.
Really well played. I think once the Urgot runs out of his E, no CC really to follow up with damage, especially in the early levels when you don't really have items. Definitely not able to pick up any kills. But, a bit of a mistake from Buckby there, trying to get that extra Q harass onto the tower, position too far forward and, died as well as it. But on the side of the bot lane here, Daydream is doing really well. She's managing to stay competitive and farm against such a harass-heavy bot lane. And it looks like this Viego pick, I have to say, is working so far, just purely based off of laning.
Yeah, but also, keep in mind that Daydream has yet to reset. Just sitting on the Doran's blade right now, and Gokumi was allowed to TP back with the lost chapter, the 4-minute lost chapter you pointed out. So Viego really needs a reset badly. And now that Ziggs has lost chapter, it's really hard to get out of lane without losing too much.
Yeah, the lack of TP really coming in here to, bite them in the behind here. As, even though CS is competitive, the tempo wise there's a bit of a difference. But I will say so far, hasn't been punished yet because Rover was able to pick up that first Cloud Dragon, which is definitely good. It provides Team City with a lot of scaling, and from the side, well, on the side of DZE, the Aurelia is starting to look very, very strong. Definitely a threat right now.
Yeah, we're gonna see that Blade of the Rune King completed for Aegis pretty soon. And we see Xin Zhao playing around mid lane, so Buckby has to play carefully.
Yeah, Buckley does have Flash available, so looking okay, but it does get spotted out there, so Night Train hasn't been successful on these 2 early ganks so far, and so definitely really slowing down the tempo that the Xin Zhao has to offer, especially such as a early game powerhouse. And because of that, Trundle's up farm as well, and Meme City have been playing the map pretty well, I'd have to say so far.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of taking control of Night Train's blue side jungle, which is really surprising given that Daydream has yet to reset.
Yeah,
and yet they've gotten the push.
Yeah, Viego looking like she'll get a recall in right here. Definitely good. Looking to see picks up the Sheen as well. Is there a bit? Should be more gold for. Oh wow! Straight up just buys the plated steel caps as well. So you see triple Sheen from the side of Meme City. So definitely looking pretty strong here, especially if this Rift Herald is coming up. I think they're in a good position to fight for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And we even see the Lost Chapter for Buckby going towards that Leandris, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. You see Night Train passing towards the top side, does get caught out on a ward. Complex might be in trouble, but Kush Marbles does have the Cyclone ready. Can he get onto the Urgot? Does look like there's an angle to be able to pick up the kill though, but no, Kush Marbles does go in. Crescent Strike does go down, but Complex looking like he's not able to pick up the kill. Goes down towards the Urgot, picks up the kill there from Kush Marbles. Night Train also in trouble here. Huge damage drop. The Collector steals the kill though.
Yeah, that's the kill collected for the roam by the Nautilus.
Yeah,
and
but,
it's, I think, yeah, Meme City so far has done a really good job tracking Night Train, preventing him from accomplishing much. Even the ganks he has attempted have fallen short, and it does not help the Xin Zhao, a champ who is very aggressive, very reliant on getting skirmish victories early in the game. Was forced to go Executioner's Calling so early, which I'm actually a little confused by. Because admittedly there is a lot of healing, but you'd think that someone else would get that, like the Ziggs or someone who can apply it a little better.
Yeah, definitely. And so I'm just quite confused. So right now, we see Daydream is down 20 CS now due to taking that reset and having an awkward timing just because the Ziggs has the Lost Chapter. But still, I'm really surprised there hasn't been more pressure applied towards this bot lane. You'd think for double melee bot lane, they could be down a few plates or down some more CS, but no, like Daydream and Collector have been doing a really good job of just soaking in the pressure like a sponge really, and just making sure that their lane doesn't get affected too much by it.
Yeah, and I think Meme City and their bot lane in particular has done a great job utilizing the small windows that Rover has given them. The Trundle has not attempted to gank bot lane yet. He's hovered, but okay, as we see the Drake getting set up.
Yeah, Drake getting
early
set up here. TP coming down from Complex here. Kush Marbles does have TP to follow, but the wave's in an awkward position here. Dreadzone and Elysium do have the first priority on this dragon. It looks like Night Train is going to start it up. However, will Kush Marbles TP? That will definitely be a decisive factor for the fight. Rift Herald going down towards the bot lane. False Duet does land on the Bucky on the side. Rover taking a lot of health. Going down. Huge Seraphine ultimate is managing to get but a fear beyond death, getting the double fear. Did you in trouble as well? Gonna get executed off by the Aurelio. Kush Marbles does get a 5-man cycle, but forced to flash out as well, as just not able to follow up. Now that Rover, Daydream, and Collector are dead already, Red Team picks up the dragon here, and it looks like it's a huge teamfight win for DZE because they were there first.
Yeah, they were there first, and also crucially, Aegis had the completed Blade of the Rune King. There was not a single full item completion on anyone else in the game yet. And on the Aurelia, who spikes so hard mid game, especially off a couple of solo kills in lane, you do not want to be fighting her at this stage in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The item definitely quick, but another stun goes down to Buckby, but no follow up.
Oh. Actually, I'm surprised he didn't at least take a quick Blade Surge trade.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just me, but it's kind of funny. If you look at Meme City, they have 4 members with Kindle Gem in the exact same slot, and it's kind of symmetrical. Looks kind of cool.
Yeah. Really on the same page. And yeah, I think if you're Meme City, you really need to get those plated steel caps in. Daydream and the Collector are the first ones to pick them up, but I think everyone needs it. Maybe the Seraphim doesn't need it. But
Yeah.
everyone else should be getting steel caps for this 4-1 Aurelia.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really difficult to itemize here. You know, the Ziggs farming really well right now, around what 8 CS a minute or around those marks, and you know is on track to complete that Leandries in the next minute or two. So it's really difficult to itemize because you know you're building so
Ooh,
much
nice.
health. The hook goes down on towards Dopamine, but Dopamine does have the satchel, fails the satchel. Nautilus ult goes down on towards the Ziggs, but Exhaust going down onto Dopamine as well. Is there enough damage? No, not enough damage. Collector picks up the Dopamine picks up the kill on towards Daydream, but Kush Marble's on the other side. Cyclone goes down towards Complex. Kush Marble picks up the solo kill. Rover trying to move in towards the jungle, but no, Night Train dissuades him with Wind Becomes Lightning.
Yeah, really, the initial look from Collector with the hook was really good, but there's just too much disengage. There's the Alistar and Ziggs so frustrating to play against. And here we go,
Buckby does get jumped on and gets evaporated immediately. So many kills going on. We don't even have time to talk.
Another one.
Yeah,
Oh,
once
no.
again, Collector getting dived by Magfreeze and Gopamine in the bot lane. It looks like, you know, they're finally going to be able to pick up that plate, those plates I was talking about with just 20 seconds to spare. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get another one, but Andicus definitely, you know, looking to extend that gold lead. Should be a few thousand up if we can get production to look at, you know, the gold differences in the lane here. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold. Yeah, and going back to your point on hard to itemize against, even Aurelia is a frustrating champ to build against because she does mixed damage. And she has easy build paths into Blade of the Ruin King, into Wits and Aegis. So she's doing mixed damage all the time, and she will win extended trades when she's ahead like this, and she has incredible burst potential against squishies like the Seraphine. It's very, very hard if you're Meme City to play against the Aurelia right now.
Yeah, it's what 6,000 gold Aurelia, highest gold in the whole game, 5-1-1. Definitely, you know, an enemy Aurelia you see in solo queue right here, and you know, same thing for Gopamine and Aegis. Both of them, you know, really far ahead in gold right now, and you know, definitely the focal points of the team here. Complex only down around 1,000 gold, so able to survive a bit longer, and you know, jungle 700 gold difference, but definitely, you know, this gap is huge and. It's gonna take a really good fight from Meme City to the, you know, level the gold lead slightly even, especially on this third dragon.
Yeah, and if Meme City is gonna put their hope in someone, it's gonna be Kush Marbles, who's on the Wukong, who is a very good champ against the Aurelia, but at this point, with Andicus being so strong, it might not matter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he does have the Sunder complete. If we can, you know, come back to the inventory checks again.
I think he does have Sunder completed. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. And so items are starting to come in for Wukong and Trundle for sure, but on the other side, you know, the Aurelia and Ziggs have their items as well. And right now, it's really just, you know, kind of a tale between, you know, two fed members on both teams. And so, you know, I'm really looking forward to this Dragon Skirmish and, you know, visions being set up by both teams here. Night Train looking to get some mid lane prio. Buckby walking quite forward here. Does have the support of everyone nearby. Collector flash over the wall on towards Night Train, but is there enough follow-up damage? No, not yet. Does get a good pillar on the side, but Rover flashes in. Buckby does have the ultimate, not using it yet. A bomb goes down on towards top side off that fight, but Rover does pick up the kill onto the Zinzao, but Aurelia, here she goes, chop away, double kill, going towards Andicus. Daydream looking top of here, doesn't have the ult or the flash, looking to try pick up the kill onto Gopamine, but Macface, the cows, just keeping the Ziggs away for so long. It looks like it's going to be a 2-for-1 for the side of DZE. Macface chasing away, but looks like that's going to be it for now. But Andicus, once again, picking up 2 kills.
Yeah, Aurelia continuing to get stronger, and right now, Kushmar was unable to get too much accomplished topside. And I want to return to that fight real quick, Jason, because we saw the flash hook come from Nautilus, but Buckby held the Seraphine ult for so long. It seemed that Meme City weren't on the same page with that fight. It looked like an opportune moment to throw the Seraphine ult and find a huge charm, but it never came. And
yeah, definitely.
And now they don't have it for this Drake.
Yeah, so many ultimates wasted from the side of Meme City, and it's really just the Wukong, but you know, I'm not sure he wants to be teleporting to this. And once again, looks like DZ are going to pick up this first Infernal Dragon, which is going to be huge for them, especially as, you know, it's already so hard to itemize against them, and now the damage for this Aurelia just keeps ramping up even more.
Looks like Andicus is going towards the Sunder as well, so we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sunder. 5 Sunders. 4 Sunders? 4 Sunders, yeah. 4 Sunders.
Four
This
Sunders.
game. Yeah. A lot of Sunders.
You never know, Andicus could go, like, I don't know, Triforce or something.
He could.
Also
He could go anything he wanted at this point.
yeah.
He's so strong.
Yeah, Dreadzone moving on towards Rift Hill that Rover has started. Bugby is in the vicinity, but it looks like Rift Hill's going to go towards Night Train. Good rotation from the side of Dreadzone, be able to, you know, catch Meme City with their pants down.
Yeah, now Dreadzone have run of the map. The Ziggs is just allowed to whack away at this tower. Gonna use the satchel to claim that one. Yep, there it is. And really surprising that given the number of solo kills and lane kills we've seen from Dreadzone, not a ton of plates were taken. I think we saw Gopamine getting one at the back end of plates falling, and then we had one from Andicus. And I haven't seen top towers, so I'm not sure what's gone on up there. But I suspect that...
Yeah, just nothing's happening. I think maybe Kush Marbles might have gotten one or two that we didn't catch, but yeah, quite a quiet game. Quite a quiet game in terms of, you know, playing so far. Kush Marbles is able to pick up the top tower in retaliation, so the Wukong is actually pretty strong. But, you know, once again, you know, Ziggs itemizing towards the Zhonya, so definitely really good at neutralizing that threat. And the Aurelia, once again, you know, like we mentioned, just hyper
coming in
right now.
Yeah, there it is, the Sunder.
Picks up the Sunder.
Oh, yeah.
First champ with 2 items, and, you know, at 18 minutes, definitely looking to be really strong. I think now is a lot of it is going to be, you know, how to snowball a lead. To see the 5-plated steel caps coming from Meme City.
I didn't think the Seraphine would actually go for them. I saw the cloth armor in Buckby's inventory, but didn't want to comment because I thought, oh, it's going to go to Seeker's Arm Guard. But no, 5 steel caps.
Yeah, I think the itemization from Meme City definitely I wouldn't say questionable, but definitely, you know, not the most optimal here. But, you know, definitely not that they're behind as well. You know, they definitely have to look to play from behind, you know, see how they're able to, you know, keep up with that. They're only down 2,000 gold, though, I'd like to mention.
Yeah, but it feels so much more.
Yeah.
Just looking at this game, it feels that the gold deficit's so much greater. And okay, I was about to say that there's no Grievous wounds yet, but then I just see Kush Marbles and Rover picking up Grievous wounds respectively. So that's good because you absolutely need it now for the Aurelia alone. You're not gonna be able to deal with her.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's exactly it. But Magfrey's going to face check the bush here. Does have the Alistar flash away. Kush Marbles does fall in with the Cyclone, but teleport coming in from Complex. Not enough to, you know, kill the Alistar immediately. And Rift Hill gets dropped down. It looks like it's going to be a free 25 gold for the side of Daydream. So, bit of a mistake from Magfrey's there, forcing to blow the flash a minute 50 before Dragon spawns. And the ult as well. So, you know, really good that Meme City were able to get such a key cooldown.
Where did Gopamine flash? Because the Ziggs flash is down. Did they flash in the same fight? I didn't catch it. I saw the Alistar flash.
Yeah, it must have been the flash to avoid the Cyclone. I just because
we still have I mean, I think that's not as concerning because the Ziggs should be pretty safe with the Andicus playing bodyguard, and by bodyguard I mean killing the rest of Meme City. But and then the Zhonyas as well for added protection. So I think Ziggs is pretty comfortable. But losing the flash is unfortunate.
I think definitely another thing is, you know, Andicus, you know, has all his summoners available, has all his cooldowns available, so definitely fight will be up to him to see how he operates. But good from the side of Meme City to you know, get one of those cooldowns off and, you know, be able to, you know, find an avenue for them to get back into the game. Definitely something that's admirable. Is it's only once again only a 2,000 gold lead, 40 seconds before Dragon. Kush Marbles on the top side again. It looks like he wants to crash that wave, then move towards the Dragon. You see here, red bot tower gone for the side of Dreadzone, but responding with Meme City's mid lane tower. Definitely some decent rotations on both sides of the map, but not much vision towards the Dragon Pit with 20 seconds.
Yeah, instant track goes to Meme City, and they have the Wukong teleport, which is, I'd argue, is more impactful than the Ziggs teleport at this time. And they might just pick, Complex here.
Yeah, they're looking to try to cheese Complex here. Exhaust goes down toward Complex. Daydream from the flank as well. Death Charge goes down onto Complex. Urgot looking like in trouble here. Does miss the Fear Beyond Death. Bucky has picked up the kill. Really good pick from the side of Meme City. You know, using the lack of vision that Complex had to be able to pick up advantage here. Now, Kush Marbles hasn't teleported yet. Teleport coming in now, so it's going to be a 4 versus 5 if Dreadzone do decide to fight this. I'm not sure they should really, especially since, you know, Meme City holding down such narrow choke points. Seraphine does have the Encore available. Here we go. Going in with the flash lost to web. Blue team is laying the dragon though. Anticus is full health and able to get the kill on towards the collector. Cyclone going down to the side of Kush Marbles. Huge AoE damage being dealt here. Anticus still trying to hit away. Anticus with the sliver of health on the side. Rover does get tagged up a falls to it. Anticus is not dead yet. Q forward. Picks up the kill. Daydream is all in trouble. Triple kill going towards the side of the Aurelia. Anticus looking like a battle queen right now with this Aurelia.
Yeah, and that's just what I was talking about, Jason. The Aurelia is too strong. You can't. She's simply going to stat check you. It looks so close for a moment, but the Triumph procs came in one after the other, and the inherent dream tankiness of Aurelia with the Blade of the Ruined King, the Sunder, and the Blade Surge. Just you can't kill her. If you don't kill her instantly, then you won't kill her, and we just saw it there. And
yeah. It's 23 minutes in, and Anticus is 11-1. This is some of the most. This is some dominant performance on Aurelia right here. And, you know, it means that you don't ban this next game. They're basically controlling.
Yeah, and Jason, I think you're right leading the conversation that way, because I think that's the point we're at. I think at this point it's Dreadzone's game to lose. They have the control. They have this 3-item Aurelia at 24 minutes, and very little that can stop them. I think that was a very ambitious Drake contest from Dreadzone, and just from the fact that they were so fed, they were allowed to get away with it. And
yeah, absolutely, because the fight from the side of Meme City wasn't bad. Like, you know, they got good ultimates. You know, Kush Marbles got huge AoE off, but Anticus with such a brilliant, you know, E flash ultimate and followed it up with just the stun. That was perfect Aurelia gameplay, and now Anticus has that Sterix gauge as well to follow up with it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get that close to killing Anticus again this game. And I think the thing is that Meme City did a lot of things well this game. I think their early game was really well crafted. The Night Train didn't find much on the Xin Zhao, and comparatively Rover found a lot on the Trundle. Like the early Drake take, the Herald take, those are all really good moves. And I think if they can get a more favorable mid matchup or contain Anticus somehow, I think this game would have looked differently. And so by that argument, then next game could look different if Meme City ban away the Aurelia or restrict Anticus, because he was unrestricted this game. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted.
Definitely. I think another thing is just, like you were saying, Rover, definitely much more proactive on the jungle side, getting off those early dragon takes, getting off that counter gank in the top side as well. So, you know, definitely good stuff that we want to see from the side of Meme City. But, you know, just in this case, Anticus with all those solo kills, you know, all those kills picked up in the team fights, so fed right now on that Aurelia. 3 items, and, you know, you have Kush Marbles is only sitting on 1. Daydream, same thing with Daydream Collector as well. They're just gonna be like paper to the blades of Aurelia right now.
Oh, and this is I really don't like seeing this, Jason, from Meme City, or not just Meme City, but teams in general. But you see the Putrefier we mentioned during the break, we wanted to see from Seraphine. It has come in. But by nature of the Putrefier coming in, it immediately invalidates every other form of heal cut in these team fights. There's no point in having it anymore. You don't need the heal cut for the Urgot, you don't need the heal cut. The only reason you have heal cut this game is going to be for Anticus. And now you just have wasted gold sitting on several of your champions.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely. I think also another thing is, you know, Dreadzone are kind of tunnel visioning on this mid tower here. They do want to be able to get it with Goku's satchel charge, but there's, you know, huge wave top lane and tower in standing gold for them to pick up, so they should opt for that. Infernal Bomb does go out onto Bugby, chunking up the Seraphine for half health, but once again, just, you know, this Baron power play not looking that effective. You know, Dreadzone haven't been able to really get anything off the map off of this Baron so far.
I think that's because it looks like Dreadzone's afraid to play away from Anticus, who is their gold lead effectively. There's gold on other members. Like, I think Gopamine's pretty powerful right now on the Ziggs, but if you're looking for how you're going to win this game, it's going to be off Anticus, and without teleport, it's really hard to move him away into a side lane or leave him alone, because I think if you remove Aegis, if we could toggle the gold real quick, if you remove Aegis from the equation, Meme City have more gold in their pockets. And because of that, it's really, really difficult to take all the standing gold.
If we can get production to toggle for the gold here, but we do see Kush Marbles pick up the Black Cleaver, so definitely a bit of progress. He has 12,000 gold.
Yeah.
He is fourth. He is the gold lead.
Yeah, no, it's...
Now, I will say
I'd actually say gold's
also
even. Yeah,
up
Goku's
2,500 as well. So, but Kush Marble's also up a decent amount of gold.
Yeah, so is Rover. I think it's even.
Yeah, but once again, Andik is just like a sentinel, just standing there. Just the presence of Aurelia is just more than enough to dissuade Meme City from walking the floor anyway. And Collector already chunked out to half health by these Ziggs bombs. Now Anarchist does have Flash and the ult available, but Bugby does have the Seraphine ult himself. It's looking like a tense standoff so far. No Tumble Pillar used. Rover half health already, looking very dangerous to the side of Meme City, very chunked out. But Anarchist looking for the play here. Magprice goes in for the knock-up. Seraphine ult coming down.
Oh no!
Nobody. Clean Marble does get a huge ultimate off on the side, but this out Present Strike does come through. Rover does get the ult off. Clean Marble does get the kill, but Andicus double kill again. He's off and off, man. Triple kill going towards the side of the Aurelia. Urgot picks up the Fear Beyond Death and double kill as well. Good engage once again for the side of Mitsu, but that whiffed Seraphine ult just means that there's no shot that they can win that fight.
Yeah, and you saw the reason the Seraphine ult whiffs there is no one on Meme City is comfortable stepping up into the range of the Aurelia. It is a death sentence to step that far up, and you saw they all. Not only did Dreadzone part to avoid the Seraphine ult, even Meme City parted to avoid the Seraphine ult. They didn't want anything to do with that fight. Even if the call is to contest the Drake, instinctively they just don't want to approach Anticus right now. They don't want to approach Dreadzone.
It's so hard for Meme City to find a fight here because, you know, if Nautilus goes in by himself, he just gets evaporated. He's not tanky enough to survive for long enough, and you know they're all kind of grouped there. Like, you know, Dreadzone see all 5 of you there, like kind of like a deer in headlights. So it's really hard for, you know, Wukong to be able to get those angles, or for, you know, Viego to be able to get good resets off. And the Viego bot lane pick, you know, look at 0-4 right now, down around 3,000 gold, down half an item as well, and you know, not looking like the best option here now that, you know, we look back at it.
Yeah, and that's because Viego's been Meme City have been unable to create picks with the Viego, which is, you just need 1 kill for Viego to start snowballing a fight, but they can't even get that 1 kill, either because Daydream dies too early, or they just can't find a decent engage and get the kill. Because who are you realistically going to attempt to pick on Dreadzone? You can try for Urgot, but Urgot's really tanky with a disdain. Then you have Xin good luck with the Crescent Sweep. You're not touching Aurelia, because who would? Who on Meme City is willing to touch Aurelia right now? Ziggs is too far away, and Alistar's not someone you want to jump on either. There's no easy target for Meme City right now.
Yeah, and look at Andicus, so inspirational. 4 items now. This is like a practice tool Aurelia. You know, really just like so impossibly strong. And like you said, like there's definitely still the room for a comeback though. If you look at Zinzao, only has 1 item on the other end. So definitely room for things to be done from the side of Meme City, but still, like, they're just slapping them with their wallets at this point. Dreadzone Gaming are, and it looks like they're going to start up the Baron, are on vision, so
they don't care.
It doesn't look like Meme City are able to contest. You know, as I say that, you know, Daydream walking up, looking to see if they can do anything, but they are all clumped up in the Baron pit. This is a good opportunity for a fight here. Bugby does have that Encore available. Complex does get the teleport, and Kush Marbles does have the Cyclone as well. Trying to look for an angle here. Baron being picked down. 300 health, no, picked up by Zhao. Daydream does get the ultimate, but Andicus, once again, so tanky. He's not losing any health, guys. Quadra kill going towards Aurelia. Are they going to give Andicus the Penta?
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Because Rover's not going to give it to...
Looks like Rover is going to be able to run away unscathed. That's going to get executed by the tower. Ace going towards Dreadzone Gaming Elysium. And it looks like they're going to pick up game 1 in this best of 3 series.
Yeah, and it was pretty close for the first 15 minutes or so, and then Andicus on Aurelia happened. Jason, I think that's the only way to describe this game.
A summoner has
And
disconnected.
I think it's, and I feel sad because I think Meme City played really well. I think they navigated the early game so well. They controlled the Xin Zhao beautifully, and usually when you see a Xin Zhao struggle to accomplish anything that early, you favor the team that's facing the Xin Zhao. But then Andicus and Solo Q Aurelia appeared, and
Yeah, that was I felt I was shaking. I was quaking quaking to my feet there. You know, that Aurelia gameplay was really clean. You know, the flash over the wall to get like
Mhm.
the four man ultimate, like Vanguard's Edge, like all of this really well played. I'd give my MVP to Anarchist without a doubt for this first game. But if on
yeah,
the
there's no
side of Meme
argument.
City, there's a lot. What if you're Meme City? What do you think should be adjusted from here out?
Mm, I think no more AD carry Viego. I think it's a fine gamble to make because the Viego is a contested pick for both teams, but it didn't pan out, and they weren't able to accomplish much with it that you could have accomplished with another champ. And so, no reason to throw it there again. You have to ban Aurelia, or you have to do what I suggested, which is pick 2 solo lane matchups that Aurelia struggles to play against, and then just say, okay, Aurelia's going to struggle no matter where she goes. We can contain her that way. But I think that ship has sailed, Jason, because confidence for Meme City facing Andicus's Aurelia is gone. I don't think there's any confidence left that they can match it. So I think they need to
Yeah,
ban it.
I think definitely just I think the game plan should just be ban Anticus because in terms of other lanes, like they did well. Like
Hmm.
bot lane was able to withstand that pressure even though it was Viego bot, right?
Yeah,
Like they managed to
absolutely.
like, stay competitive in CS for a couple minutes until they had some bad recalling timings. Jungle matchup was able to be contained, but really just Anticus let the lead snowball away. So definitely a lot to be changed from the side of Meme City here. Is there anything else you want to say before we head into our break?
Oh, that's about it.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, once again, this is Aegis Guardians League Week 4. We're gonna be heading towards break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Mhm.
All right, welcome back to Aegis Guardians League Week 4. This is Meme City Paradox versus Dreadzone Gaming Legion. I'm Jason Trip 5, and with me is Simon Okram as we're headed into Game 2 draft.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised to see that I imagine Meme City is going to 3-ban Andicus, understandably, given how Game 1 went.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
and looking pretty normal for DZE bans though. Does get push marbles off the Riven, does get Daydream off the Zaya. So interested to see what this third ban is, but comfort bans for DZE. Happy with how the first game went. And Meme City with the same first 2 bans, but gonna look at what the third ban is gonna be changed up. I hope it's that really. If not, it's kind of they're asking to
there
be
it
in a
is.
world of hurt here. There it is. Yeah.
Oh,
As
and
DZE picked the Viego up, as they can
yeah,
say, as like they said no, it's not good enough that we smashed you with one champion. We're gonna pick the champion you picked and do well on it as well. They're sending a statement here, simulcast.
they really are, Jason. And I really hope though that they don't put it bot lane. Okay, are we doing this? It was I think they wait no, it can't be because Aurelia's banned. Never mind, they can't do it. They can't run
Yeah.
it back completely. It's pretty close though.
It'd be funny though if they sent Viego bot.
Yeah, but I feel like Dreadzone
I don't
aren't going
think
to do
they
that.
will.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Yeah.
going to do it. Okay, there's the
Wukong being
Wukong
picked
again.
up for Kush Marbles, and Kush Marbles played really well in that Wukong. Definitely, tried to carry Meme City there. Managed to get a sizable lead in the top lane and make the Urgot look like a non-factor really. But once again, it's just that the mid galaxy there. Really showing off a big difference there.
Yeah. And I wonder where the Ziggs is going to go. I suspect this is actually a flex pick because I believe that Buckby plays it. Don't know about Daydream though.
Yeah,
There's-
like the Shen pickup as well. Definitely really safe pick in the top side for the side of able to protect the main carries, aka Andicus. But yeah, solid pick, safe pick as well. Should do well into the Wukong, especially because that W able to block off a lot of the auto attacks.
Yeah, and given how the first game and the top lane matchup went, I think this is smart to put a, to put them. Sorry, I'm spacing right now. I'm still getting all the players' names straight, but putting him on a more supportive pick with a Galio as well. I think that's Galio support. That'd be
Yeah, I think it has to be Elysium so far. No way you let Andicus go like 13 kills with a quadra kill and then tell him, hey, go on Galio.
I mean, if he went Galio, I think the only acceptable itemization for him at that point is Nashor's Tooth Galio.
Nash's Tooth Galio.
I mean, he has to do damage somehow, you know?
Yeah, true. So see Janna being picked up here for the side of the collector, so definitely interesting pivot in terms of draft direction, but it means that Meme City really need to look to pick more engaged in the second phase of draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Like Wukong's soft engage, but he's really, really soft engage. He's by no means guaranteed. He's pretty telegraphed with his approach, and it's a pretty short range engage if you're down flash.
Yeah, once again, Silas being banned in the second round here, and so
What? Okay, this is confusing to me because you actually have good Silas targets this game.
yeah,
maybe they just don't want to blind Silas against Andicus, which is understandable.
Yeah, and I think another thing is, they really need Meme City should be banning out damage here because no ADC pick for the side of Dreadzone, no consistent DPS pick for the side of Dreadzone yet. So, a bit of flip flopping around in the draft phases here for the side of Meme City, but they get the spirit so far. As Trundle's Rover's Trundle being banned out here, good ban, definitely was able to restrict Night Train's Xin Zhao in terms of pathing and counter ganks. So good ban here from the side of Dreadzone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also suspect because Viego is probably going jungle, that they're just going to take away strong junglers, since Meme City hasn't shown their jungle pick in the first 3. So I suspect another jungle ban here.
Yeah, good Varus ban here as well. Gopin does play the Varus to a very comfortable degree and is a good source of damage here. So be interesting to see how DZ respond now that a tier 1 marksman has been removed off the table. But this last ban for DZ should be coming in any second now. It's a Kog'Maw ban. Definitely banning out Kog'Maw and Lulu for side DZ. They really don't want to see Daydream on these kind of carry champions. Yeah, and so yeah, Xin Zhao coming in from the side of Meme City, definitely, yeah, that engage that we really want. We see a Lilia pivot, so really interesting from the side of Rover. He wants to be able to shift towards, this other kind of alternative form of damage, but from the side of Meme City, I'm kind of worried that there's no real engage here, and so it's really going to be down to what Buckby wants as a counter pick in the mid lane, especially since you're blinding Lilia, which is a really really bold pickup here. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that progresses. Yeah, for the side of DZE, they're gonna pick up the Yone. Looks like it's gonna be to the mid lane and possibly AD carry for Gopin. So Yone once again another one of Andicus's pocket picks. So strong on these carry champions, really able to dish out the damage. Really interested to see how he itemizes as well. There are a few options on how you can build on Yone, but yeah, definitely really really exciting to see how this is gonna play out. You see, last pick from DZE should be coming in relatively soon here, and should be able to lock that in. Yeah, it's gonna be a Tristana, so really good. Tristana is able to get the jumps and resets off and be able to pop off and around these team fights. One thing I am worried about with Tristana is that once again, if Tristana gets jumped on by Wukong, or it is able to just get focused down, not really have much room to breathe. Meme CD are gonna pick up the Jinx of hovering between a lot of champions here aside Daydream, but definitely the scaling option seems like it's a good thing to go with, especially since you have Janna who's able to keep the rest of the team relatively safe. I am worried about the Yone though, because that the Yone ult is able to kind of cancel out the channel and make it really difficult for Meme City to play out the fight, especially since they're all going to be clumped up. Galio Yone is going to be a very potent combo that I see is possible. And so we're going to be heading in towards yeah, so we're going to be heading in towards a client spectate, but I just want to talk about the draft right now. And I think I really like DZ's draft. I think they have excellent wombo combo, they have excellent peel and defensive play as well. and then they also have Andicus. They're really gonna be able to fight the or play out fights really well, especially with a lot of these really impactful team fight ultimates. I think if they layer their ults properly, it's gonna be really good for the fight. But from the side of Meme City, I also like their comp as well. It's pretty fun. They're able to if they're able to get off a good sleep and pick up, they're gonna have a good wombo combo, and really set up Jinx to be able to get those rocket resets and be able to dish out the damage and kind of apply that pressure as well. I think definitely one thing that's super important is going to be how the dragon pickup is going to work. If Lilia is able to get those dragons in and buy time for scaling once again, it's going to be really important for Meme City, especially since early game they fell off quite a bit. I think another thing, yeah, I think I will send it to break now. We are going to be heading into ban phase once again. This is Aegis Guardians League week 4. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alright, and welcome back to week 4 of Aegis Guardians League. I'm Jason5, rejoined with Silmogrum. He had a little bit of an emergency for the last few minutes, so sorry about that. But
Yes,
it's alright.
apologies.
We're into game now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There are some picks I like and picks I do not like. I'm a little scared, Jason. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared to see Andicus on Yone versus Buckby Ziggs.
Me too.
I'm quaking in my proverbial boots, and I don't mind. I actually do like the Jinx. Don't like the Conqueror. I like the Jinx. But you're facing off against Tristana Galio, which probably isn't that spooky in lane if Collector's up to par with the Nados. But
Yeah.
out of lane, that gets real scary real quick.
Yeah, for sure. And
Minions
shout out
have
to my
spawned.
shout out to my guy Dom Mitchell in chat, and yeah, brings up should be futures market on Ziggs looking for that 4-minute lost chapter recall. And I think it's gonna be interesting move from the side of Buckby, especially because he's had that he's been he got gapped in game 1, so definitely hopefully he'll be able to play the lane safer and be able to get the item point and not have a lane where he just gets completely rolled on. So that's definitely gonna be a goal for him.
Yeah, and you can see the confidence in Andicus because not only did he opt for Doran's Blade, he took Fleet. He didn't take Fleet, he took Conqueror. And that's an Ignite as well. So he has Bone Plating, not Second Wind? Okay, never mind. Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter because he's not going Fleet D Shield. He's going Conqueror D Blade, which is
He's going very offensive.
Yeah, not only offensive, it's confident. Because usually you, against a control or poke mage like a Ziggs, you want to respect the early levels because they can really put the hurt on you. But the fact that he's got no fleet, no D shield means that he's not scared of what Buckby has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm Andicus, I just completely rolled that game. That game was all me. I'm going all out. I have a Shen, I have a Galio. I'll be well protected as well. He's definitely set up for success here. But once again, definitely some spicy picks from the side of the City that should be able to. Oh yeah, here we go. First trade on towards Buckby. He does get off that extra Q. Chunks him out to half health already.
Oh man, that was pretty much a perfect trade from Andicus. He hit everything. Man.
He minimized the damage he took and managed to get his damage off. See here, Night Train looking for that early gank. Taunt goes down on towards Kush Marbles. Kush Marbles does have the decoy and the flash available. Does flash away from that Viego W. Yeah, good gank from the side of Night Train. Definitely, showing signs of life after a relatively quiet game 1.
Yeah, and I will say though that this is similar to how the last top lane matchup went, where Urgot had a lot of control early. He crashed those massive waves. He had the push. But then Kush Marbles really turning the tables later in the game. I think he has more experience and more confidence on these champs.
Yeah, once again, taunt coming down onto Kush Marbles. Kush Marbles will have the decoy available in a few seconds. So Flash W hits the minion. Oh no. Night Train.
Oh, the idea is there. The idea is really there. But saved by the minion wave is Kush Marbles.
Yeah, I think give it 10-15 more seconds, let the wave push up more, and you're able to do that. But got a bit greedy, went for it ahead of time. As Taunt comes down once again, but only hits the decoy. Kush Marbles is able to get the trade back off, but once again, Kush Marbles feeling a lot more pressure this game. You know, getting a lot of jungle attention in the early game because I guess there's confidence from the side of DZE that the other lanes will be able to do just fine. But yeah, huge stacked wave for the side of Kush Marbles should be able to crash in time and not get punished for it, which is nice. Dragon coming up in 40 seconds as well, so definitely looking at a trade coming on from Aegis on towards Bucky. Bucky gonna get tagged up again. Oh my god, once again, that half health trade from the side of Aegis. Oppressive on this Yone, up 6 CS in a melee range matchup.
Yeah, and that speaks volumes for the pressure that Aegis is outputting. And okay, this is really interesting because we see on the minimap that Rover actually invaded Night Train's bot side and only gets the Krugs for it. And so right now, Rover has a pretty significant lead in the jungle. And oh, he didn't even take his blue buff. That's why. Okay, Night Train taking a really interesting path, not spending a lot of time topside.
Yeah, he's only level. He just hits level 4 right now, but Rover should be able to ding 5 pretty soon. Does have a full group of camps that he's able to clear off here. So definitely a lot of good jungle pathing from the side of Rover, able to create an advantage for himself there.
Yeah, and also we see that Night Train got the first back in, but backing on such little gold, you're only able to get a longsword and a double stack or a full stack of control wards, whereas Rover's gonna have a huge buy coming in because the Lilia gets to clear her jungle twice. Because Viego didn't invade.
Compared to one and a bit of actual jungle clear for the side of Viego. So, you know, definitely Gold League should be favored towards jungler. But Complex does hit level 6, so that Shen ult is ready and opened up. But Kush Marbles does have that sheen, so is really able to, bring down the damage on towards Complex here.
Ooh, and also we see actually Buckby managed to get the Lost Chapter buy. Didn't use the TP strangely enough. We actually haven't seen the camera go mid very often. So I'm curious what happens.
Down like 13, 14 CS in this matchup. Definitely not the best feeling here. Opting to, hold on to the TP for, I guess, when fights go out. But Aegis once again just doing so well, holding the wave in such a deadly position. It's really difficult for Buckby to walk up in these matchups, especially because Aegis is so proficient on this Yone. Look at Buckby. He's being zoned off like he's the one that's melee in this matchup.
Yeah, and also.
Yeah.
And also, most people consider Shen a defensive pick, but he's really an incredible aggressive pick. He really enables the rest of your team to play very aggressive. And so, plays that aren't normally possible for Aegis or anyone in general are possible now because the Stand United's on the table. You can never comfortably fight Aegis right now because he has a Shen.
Yeah, and like that was something that we saw happen quite a lot in the Stun Gaming series last week actually, where it would almost be a kill mid, and then a Shen ult would come down, and then instantly the fight gets turned the other way. But see, Night Train was able to get the Dragon off there. See, engaged going down on towards the Collector, get one shot. First blood goes towards Magpie's. Great flash engage, catching out the Janna there. And just disrespecting the engage potential. See Cyclone going down on towards Complex here. Kush Marbles does get the W reset off. Complex is being chunked out, but look at that. The Shen is so tanky. He's not really taking much damage. Trade goes back on towards Kush Marbles. Again, even health trade, but ultimate wasted from the side of Kush Marbles.
And Kush Marbles, I think, really wants to hold onto the TP to try to match the Stand United play that's likely going to come out soon. Or potentially soon. But now he doesn't have Cyclone to match that play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there aren't going to be any objectives up anytime soon. Rift Herald is available and Night Train is in the top side, so he might be looking for that. But again, huge waves stacked up for the side of Complex, looking to maybe hold a freeze potentially. And so once again, just early game. Good early game from the side of DZ, much better. But once again, Rover up around 3 camps. Able to get some good jungle pathing. Night Train going into the top side. Kush Marbles used his E. He doesn't have any mana as well. Looking really dangerous. Flash taunt going it on towards Kush Marbles. Night Train looking like he's going to be able to pick up that kill, and looks like it's a good with Complex. Great flash taunt from the side of Complex. Able to pick up the kill. Kush Marbles wave is just in such a difficult position for him there, and just not able to do anything about it.
I'm surprised. I guess I think the death timer is so short. that maybe freezing's better, but they want the crash. And they're not playing
Yeah,
for
I
Herald though. Okay, there's the TP. They force the TP from Kush Marbles.
Yeah, they force the TP. Nitrate moving in towards the enemy jungle. They do have him spotted on vision. Buckby is rotating up, looking like
Oh,
he's gonna
no.
try to get the poke on towards him. But Buckby looks like he's gonna get caught out here. Yone ult goes down. Buckby is in trouble there, but does manage to get out with the flash. Nitrate is on the side though. Is going to look to fight the Lilia, tagged up by the Q for the movement speed, but looks like it's just going to be some basic jungle skirmishing, fighting around. You see Dopamine here able to pick up a bot lane to power play all to himself here. Daydream takes an awkward recall timing. And so we're here now, but Rover misses the W at the Q from Nitrate. Rover still in trouble there, able to get the sleep. Looking for some more damage. W goes down onto his Night Train, but not enough damage. And the kiss is here though. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. Night Train forced the flash away. Does have the Viego ult, so not the worst situation. Rover does have that E. Tags up. Night Train, no. He gets out with the W. And it looks like it's just gonna be some missed abilities from the side of Night Train. Really crucial there, actually.
Wait, I actually. Oh, I thought they would send the Galio up. I don't think there's any reason for Galio to be bot lane right now. I think they could have contested Herald if they wanted to.
Yeah, oh, Gopamine looking like he wants to cheese Davey.
Yeah, there it is.
Flash? What? Flash missed the Buster shot, wasn't able to get the W reset. Galio ult coming down, oh, he misses the cannon as well. Kind of a series of unfortunate events where Gopamine wanted to press his advantage forward, but, you know, ended up getting nothing.
Yeah, and that's just so. And now the hero's entrance has been squandered. You could have used that to contest Herald. I don't think there's any reason to give that up with how well Aegis has been playing, and the fact that you're burning sums on Kush Marbles, and you just have pressure with Stand United and hero's entrance.
Yeah.
And you force the Lilia ult out, and the Mega. You force so much out, and then you still don't contest.
Yeah, and then 40 seconds until Dragon, so both teams I think will definitely be looking towards the play for that, especially since Rover has picked up the Rift Herald. So it's gonna be, you know, who can really get that lane priority ahead of time. Complex places a ward in his own lane. Kind of some unlucky things going on to the side of Dreadzone here, but you know, overall they got the right idea. They have the early game tempo. Buckbeak does get the teleport off right before this dragon. Has good base, has the Sork's juice, has that extra amp tone. Is able to output some more damage onto this fight, but on the same side, Anticus 100 CS already, really great farming once again. Has that crit cloak, has that vamp scepter, so decent item spike for him to be fighting at as well. See here,
this is scary.
Magpies and Goping are camping the bush, waiting for the collector to walk up too forward, but Rover's on the top side as well. If they mess up this dive, it's gonna fail. Daydream is walking up too forward, but Shenol goes down onto the collector, misses the abilities once again. The Jinx trap stops collector from dying, but Daydream gets hit by the Heartbreaker. Night Train picking up the kill there. Rover does get to escape from Complex's taunt. Kush Marbles has a lane to himself now, but great pickup from the side of DZ, even though they whiffed a couple of abilities once again. Still able to get the pick off onto the Jinx.
Yeah, it seems a little indecisive was Dreadzone. Maybe they wanted a collector because they thought that the flash wasn't up, but you know for a fact that Daydream's flash is down. Just kill the Jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True,
but great use of the Stand United. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Aggressive use of the Shen ult instead of using it defensively in a comp that is not really defensive. You're not playing defensive if you're blue side here.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to point out is that Complex didn't even lose much in the top lane as well. Able to TP straight back top and pick up a lot of this wave. This Shen definitely feeling quite happy about that. Kush Marbles wasn't able to fully crash the wave, and now it looks like, you know, he's gonna be able to pick up a wave here himself, but it's gonna bounce back and set Complex up for success. Rover is here. We're gonna cancel the call. Lilia ult does go down, but the taunt gets Shen away safe. Now flash engage coming in from Magpies again, straight on towards Daydream. General comes down to dissuade them, so good disengage here from the side of Meme City, but Diego is on the bot side, and they might be looking for a dive as well.
Yeah, and this is a really tricky situation to play against a Shen, because usually you want to attack the Shen lane itself, but the problem is that when the rest of your lanes are struggling on their own, then you feel obligated to help everyone, but you can't help other lanes because the Shen's going to come down. And
yeah, Rift Herald going down on towards the top side. Kush Marbles and Rover both getting a small injection of gold here, but Complex perfectly happy about that. You know, he's playing this Shen really well, and able to withstand this pressure, get himself a kill, and not be down CS as well.
Yeah, and he's also forcing Rover to show his hand. The Lily has to show because the Lily has to do something. But by showing on the Shen when the Shen has no stand united, that opens up Dreadzone to make plays elsewhere on the map, which they tried bot lane, but Monsoon's really, really good against Tristana and Galio, so it didn't quite work out. But the idea is there.
Right now we do have some downtime on Summoner's Rift. We have 5 minutes until we have a few minutes until the next Herald spawn, and then we have just under 3 minutes until Dragon. So good time for both teams to be able to get some scaling. Now Daydream is farming much better this game compared to Vigo bot, so able to pick up a lot of numbers here. Magfries is in position, maybe looking for a hero's entrance onto Antikis if he looks towards Shade here. Perfectly possible. He does get the ult off, but does get tagged by the knock. Stopwatch coming in from Antikis, but misses the taunt as well, misses the needed damage to be able to pick up the kill onto Buckby. Buckby has that stopwatch from his rune choice, able to save him there. Really good usage of the stopwatch, I'd have to say. And Rover able to pick up some of this mid wave maybe. No, they're getting back up for now. But once again, in the top side, Kush Marbles forced to flash away. Good defensive play from Kush Marbles, but forced to waste the flash. Rover passing towards the bot side, gonna clear out some vision. And yeah, just some downtime and just some basic skirmishing going on.
Yeah, and Meme City it looks like they're on such a back foot because Nitrine's allowed to do anything he wants on the map because Shen's always the extra man on one of these plays.
Flash misses from the side of Complex. Kush Marble does have the second part of the Cyclone, so it's
Doesn't
not going to be enough damage to kill the Wukong there. Bit of a messed up gank from DZ, but another forced ability used from Kush Marbles. Will it be up in time for the Dragon though? I think it will be.
Yeah, I think so. He has the completed Sunder. I think it'll be close, but not having flash on the Wukong is a little problematic.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, he goes down from Justice Punch goes down. Shen'll comes down as well onto the Galio this time, but Drowsy onto 2. Rover able to dissuade the fight some more, but Complex with the Shen'll does save the Galio there. That shield looks so big there.
Yeah, and that's just the power of the Shen at hand. Now he can stay here if he wants to contest the Drake, but still a minute to go, so probably wants to get back up top and soak some XP and gold.
Yeah, definitely a bit more awkward from the side of DZE now. They don't have the Shen ult for this coming Dragon fight. Galio looks like it's gonna be slightly delayed on cooldown. Flashing in from Antikis. Antikis uses flash, so Kush Marbles is able to pick up the top tower there. Buckby forced to flash away as well. Antikis used the ult in the fight right before the Dragon, getting the flash out to Ziggs. And while it's a good flash trade because you're the Yone, it's not the best for the Dragon fight, especially because you want to be saving your ult.
Yeah, and now they don't have their huge teamfight ultimates available. They've used the Stand United, they used the Hero's Entrance, and they don't have much left in the tank because we can see in the top right that the Wukong ult's almost available, has the TP, and Complex is not going to have TP to mash. So at this point, he's effectively stuck in top lane. He's removed from this fight.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be really interesting to see how this fight is played out. Now Jinx does have the Gale Force completed, so does have that one item breakpoint that you want, but it is quite late for scaling champion. Wukong does come down with a teleport, so it looks like Meme City Paradox are able to pick up this Mountain Dragon and buy themselves some time to scale.
Yeah, and these Mountain Strikes are going to be so valuable for either side because there's not a ton of durability, particularly on Meme City, so any added resistances is always welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. And some items are coming through as well, so that's definitely good news for the side of Meme City, in my opinion, but Dreadzone are starting off the second Rift Herald. They could look to get some side lanes, especially in this patch. Side lane towers, side lane tier 2s are worth so much gold now. So definitely good pickup there, not being contested by Meme City as well.
Yeah, and if you're Dreadzone, you really want to give all that gold to Antikis if possible. Already has accrued a pretty significant CS lead, has a bounty just from farming alone. But, okay. Meme City.
They're not going to opt for the tower.
They're scared.
The tower there.
Yeah.
Gophimi able to dissuade them just by, showing the Yordle self there. Rover is on here, spots out the Galio here, but no damage to Galio. So
wait, they're going for it.
Not really able to do much. Gophimi gets a taunt on towards Kush Marbles, but does have that Cyclone Rift ultimate from the side of Antis. Kush Marbles looking like he's able to survive this. On the bot side, Gopi forced to use his ultimate and jump away. Rover gonna ignite and get the flash forced as well, but bot lane tower goes towards Daydream. Fights on both sides of the match here, but looks like no kills are gonna over, and DBE are looking to push towards this tier 2. Buckby in the meanwhile gets the mid lane tier 1 as well. So a lot of plays happening at the same time, but it looks like they're getting that huge 200 gold each for the side of DZE when they get this tower. But on the same side, Daydream is able to pick up this tower. Look at how much gold it gives. I didn't get to see, but plenty of gold going over.
It's a lot of gold. I think, yeah.
550, yeah. Definitely a lot of gold for the side of Meme City. Paradox here injected into the carries. Night Train looking to invade some Raptors here. Not going to be able to. And once again, we're going to go back towards that farming stage of the game. Much more quiet game compared to game 1, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely, Jason. Andicus in particular, he's played pretty aggressive at times, but hasn't been able to get as much going this game, I'd say.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. But
I think that's a big reason.
Yeah, but look at his farm numbers. 185 at 20 minutes. Definitely really good in the farming department.
Yeah.
Just over 8 CS per minute. I think, if I'm Andicus and I keep choosing a scale, like, I'm confident that he knows that he's a better player. And so if he's going to get the gold he needs and, mechanically be able to pull off some of these good fights, I think he'd still be happy with that. But definitely easy, much slower paced game right now. Only 700 gold up compared to, the couple thousand they were up last game.
And I think given how the first game went, I think that's actually a boon for Dreadzone because they're ahead in gold, but they're down towers, which means that they're standing gold to be claimed for them. And so if they get those towers, then they push the gold lead even further.
Yeah, the map is a lot more opened up now. You see like the top lane tier 2 for Meme City, top lane tier 1 for Dreadzone, and the bot lane as well. The whole map is a lot more open, so I think a lot of how this game will be played out is really going to depend on vision, as ultimate comes down from Yone. Andicus also getting the tier's entrance drop down, but Daydream's feet hitting on the side. Collector forced the flash away, the heal dropped as well. Gopmi jumps in, gets the buster shot, but not able to get the kill. Magpies does get the taunt on towards Daydream, but it looks like it's going to be a trade here. But Kush Bomb is on the side, Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. Shen all goes down on towards Gopmi's fight for so long. Andicus trying to do damage, but Jinx picks up the double kill. Daydream gets the reset, shutdown goes on towards the Jinx. Double kill for Kush Marbles as well. Huge fight for the side of Meme City, and Baron is up as well.
And it's Dreadzone getting way too overeager. They've tried that several times to attack people with the Yone ult and Galio combo, but it hasn't hit. And I think they're pushing for fights when there's no need to fight there. You sure you have the Drake coming up? You don't want to waste Galio ult right before the Drake. And if you flub the fight like you do here, you just lose Baron. And I don't know, Jason. I feel like we might. Given how it's gone so far, we might be heading to game 3 with how this game's been going.
Absolutely, definitely bit of over-eagerness from Andicus there, trying to, make the flashy play. Wasn't able to get the ult. In fact, Andicus's ultimates this game haven't really been, those montage level worthy, Yone ults that we're used to seeing. Like, that those Aurelia ults were on point, but the Yone's ults have been a different story so far. Now, Meme City are coming through a narrow corridor, and some ultimates are coming back up from the side of these. Yone does have the Heartbreaker available, but that's, Diego does have the Heartbreaker available, but that's all it is for now. Trying to get some poke off on the side of Meme City, but looks like he's secure that. Andicus with a huge ult! Magpies going in as well. Diego with a Heartbreaker, 3-man picks up the triple kill. Andicus getting the kill as well. Gopmi jumping in as well, getting the kills. Double kill, shutdown, goes on towards the Tristana. Kush Marbles picked up by the Shen as well. Just when we were saying Andicus wasn't nailing those Yonos, he goes and pulls one out right out the hat.
That was a fantastic turn, and those are the kind of plays that Dreadzone should be looking for. They shouldn't look to just to force. They can because Meme City have such poor engage, where their engage is Bowling Ball or Wukong, which is really weak engage. They can force Meme City to walk in, and then that's easy reads for the Yone ult, for the Shen taunt, for the Galio taunt. Why work harder for the play when your opponents will give it to you if you wait?
Yeah, absolutely. And Andicus, wow, with a huge Yone ult. That was incredible. Honestly, really great angle, forcing, and the fact that Meme City were caught in a narrow corridor. I think maybe they should have just gave this drag, especially because they just got Baron and now it's gone. It's a negative Baron power play.
Yeah, I think given how close the Baron take was to the Drake spawning, you just look off to push lanes and you try to get gold that way. Because you've chosen to spend your time doing the Baron after your team fight win, you now have neglected to set up the Drake, and really good from Dreadzone to capitalize on that and secure the Drake for themselves, and now threaten Soul Point. And so now Meme City is obligated for the next Drake, if we go to the next Drake, to step up and do this, and the same thing could happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Baron and the Mountain Soul for Dreadzone will be coming up at the same time, so I think Dreadzone definitely want to prioritize the Mountain here. But one thing to note is that gold is still 200 in favor of Meme City, and I think a lot of that is towards Daydream on this Jinx. 205 CS here, looking good on these two items so far. Definitely, from the side of Meme City, want to be banking on that late game Jinx fantasy right now.
Yeah, but with these items, I don't think that Daydream's gonna put out too much damage, especially with Conqueror. You're trying to hit a Galio. You're gonna hurt the Yone and the Tristana and the Viego to some degree, less so the Viego. But you don't have that oomph that with an IE or LDR. You're on Gale Force Runans, which isn't a terrible amount of damage compared to those other heavy-hitting ADC items. And so I'm concerned that even if Daydream does get the ideal scenario, like that mid lane fight, that at this point I don't know if it's enough damage.
Yeah, absolutely. But once again, like definitely if side of Meme City are able to buy enough time with stuff like the Zig zoning, Wukong zoning, Janna ult as well, like there's a world where like Jinx is able to get that fantasy team fight. But once again, like the side of DZ, so many members with shutdowns here, definitely had that influx of gold after that kind of throw at the Mountain Dragon there from the side of Meme City.
Yeah, and the game is quieted down once again. No objective for the next 2 minutes or so, as a push comes in on the top lane. And we're just, looks like Dreadzone's just shadowing Aegis, who doesn't have a bounty, but has certainly had a huge impact, especially at that last Drake.
Yeah, definitely see Dreadzone seeding this inhibitor tower.
Play down
now. Yeah.
But
applying a lot of pressure here.
They're backing off because I think... Why are they backing off? I guess they saw the Jinx resetting, so they back off.
Yeah, but once again, if we look at the items here, both teams actually, pretty similar. Viego and Yone did have to pay the QSS tax, so they don't have their second item, whereas Buckby and Rover both have the same items pretty much. So
I'm actually surprised Aegis paid the QSS tax because Yone E, the Spirit Unbound, allows you to dodge the sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. I agree. Like if you time the E properly, you're able to get that combo off. I think definitely a bit of a misstep, but still not bad. Does provide the magic resist. Does provide him with some safety and does get him off that CC, which enables him to be able to do some more DPS. 30 seconds till Dragon. Meme City do look like they have a decent amount of vision set up. Now is the question of who can get mid lane prior and who can really jockey in position properly. Now Kush Marbles is in the top lane, does have the teleport ready.
Yeah, and so this Drake's gonna spawn, and the Yone is not gonna be on that second item having to stop for the QSS. Not gonna have the BT available. But a lot of second item completions, even Jinx is approaching 3 items actually, getting close to the IE. Don't know how much gold she's sitting on.
Yeah, but
Drake's started.
Placing down those bombs, forcing DZ to take the long way around. Rover is starting up the dragon here. Gold looking all over the place, but Daydream once again, that huge Jinx right now. Smite, who is it going to go to? But Yone is going to get up with a combo first. Huge knockup from the side of Galio. Blue team is slaying the dragon. Kush Marbles is on the side, trying to do as much damage as he can. Use the Cyclone already. Daydream is in the backline, free hitting away. Mountain Soul does get picked up by DZE though. Buckby is able to get picked off by Complex, and looking like Daydream is not too long for this world. 4 for 1 for the side of DZE, and this looks like it could be a game-winning fight there.
Yeah, it just might be. Shen's TPing to the top lane, gonna try to take that top inhibitor. And yeah, There's not enough for frontline for Meme City to comfortably walk in, and then Aegis just gets free reign to drop in. The Shen can do with it whatever he wants. Gopamine on the Triss can do whatever they want. And the Jinx doesn't do enough damage. You saw it at the end of that fight, just tickling members of DZE.
Yeah, I think the Gale Force was a kind of a miss item here. Like, you really should be going for Kraken Slayer if you want the attack speed, especially because it's the Jinx. But you know, here we are, and so 3,000 gold difference, 12 to 16 kills. It looks like the next Baron push might just be the game-ending push.
Yeah, I think sadly the Gale Force is a consequence of there's not a robust enough frontline for the Jinx to play comfortably, so she needs to go Gale Force to have any chance of trying to survive these fights. But you sacrifice damage, and because the rest of your team doesn't have enough damage, the Jinx is never going to get those resets. And
yeah,
I think the Lily is a little out of place. I think it makes it. Yeah, it's too spooky to go against Viego, Shen, Galio as with 4 squishies.
Yeah, and it looks like straight away you're gonna start the Baron. Rover is nowhere near. If they're gonna burst this down, they won't have to smite contest it. But Daydream does have the Super Mega Death Rocket, so there could be a possibility there. Magpies is getting chunked down. It looks like they want to fight. Kush Marble's going in. Does get the Cyclone right in there. Hit. Mega Inferno Bomb goes down as well. Aegis with a good ult picks up 2, but gets swept away by the monsoon from Janna. Daydream is going to be able to pick up a lot of auto attacks. Super Mega Death Rocket going down. It looks like there's going to be a kill onto the Tristana and the Galio. Triple kill going towards the Wukong, picking up the kill onto the Viego. And it looks like Meme City have just clawed their way back from a poor Baron setup from DZE to not be able to, you know, secure the needed resources to start the Baron.
Yeah, and that was a great engage from Kush Marbles. The Baron shredding the resist, making sure that Cyclone did more damage than I perhaps DZE expected. And yeah, that fight was all Kush Marbles. He's the reason they get the Baron.
Look at huge right now. Divine Thunder, Death Stance, probably gonna be able to complete the Serpent's Fang. Quite an interesting item here, but I like it.
Yeah, I actually don't mind this because you got a shield bow and a BT on the, or you have a shield bow on the Yone, you have the Shen shield, and then you have the Galio locket. There's actually reasonable shields to chip, and yeah, Wukong's the only person who can reasonably apply Serpent's Fang passive. So I actually like it. I'm a fan. And
yeah,
so
I really like it as well. But you know, and Janna has that Putrefier as well. So you know, they're winning against the shopkeeper here. So
yeah,
love to see that.
And Daydream has got through the power trough. Actually, now on the IE, gonna do a ton of damage, at least against the Tristana and Yone. Maybe not so much against the Shen. I think the Shen's a tough customer right now. But you don't care about the Shen.
Only like 1,000, just around 2,000 gold ahead of the Tristana right now. Though they are both on C items. Oh, only 1,000. Wow, yeah, only 1,000 with that Executioners and the crit cloak. In fact, yeah, I think the Executioners is a bit redundant here, but
because of the Putrefier again. But
absolutely.
The question becomes now is, this is what I want Meme City to do. I want them to pressure lanes and get control. You push the lanes, you get deep vision, you control the jungle so that when the Elder spawns, you have optimal vision to poke and prod away at Dreadzone as they approach. Because Dreadzone don't have a really great engage tool. They much prefer to be into the objective first and then draw Meme City in and get the turn. Like they turn with the Galio, they turn with the Yone. But we saw last fight around the Baron that Kush Marbles turned the tables. And I want to see if Meme City can use this Baron to seize control and secure the Elder, which we have coming up in a minute and 20 seconds or so.
Yeah. But it looks like we have a bit of a NA ram here, you know. Meme City just kind of twiddling their thumbs in mid lane here, not be able to apply the
Kush Marbles though. Look at him go.
Kush Marbles finally moving towards the top side, so could be a window for DZ to pounce on this kind of on a mid lane fight here. But Kush Marbles making the correct macro decision. We always love to see that, pushing down on the bot lane, forcing DZ to split their numbers across 2 lanes, and definitely make it a lot harder for them to operate. But
this is scary though for Meme City. They don't have the Kush Marbles. They don't have a front line, so they're in danger of getting forced on. And yeah, they back off.
Yeah, they're just backing off right away. They had the Jinx perhaps going down. Maybe they could have greeted and got the satchel charge on the tower, but looks like they're gonna have to wait for the next wave. I think they still have 2 or 3 waves more of Baron minions, so it should be looking handy dandy for them. 30 seconds until Drag's up. And it looks like they have a lot of control over vision, but Kush Marbles is going to be able to get the Cyclone off, but really low as well, chunked out by a lot of health.
Yone
And it gets
missed.
whiffs on the ultimate again. Kush Marbles forced to flash away with a sliver of health. Daydream is going to be able to hit away. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down from the side of Buckby. Double kill going towards Buckby. Jinx picks up the kill again. Andicus looking like in trouble. Huge Gen Contra. Complex coming down, but tagged up by the Jinx. And it looks like Daydream's going to flash forward for the kill with a little BM shutdown going towards Buckby, and it looks like we're going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, Jason, I really thought that Kush Marbles had bit enough more than he could chew engaging 1v3 like that. But it turns out Meme City is on their items. They want to fight in the corridors, and they found a great fight, and they just win the game off of it.
Serpent's Fang Gap. That's all I have
Serpent's
to say.
Fang Gap.
Serpent's Fang Gap. And with that, we're going to be moving into game 3.
Yeah, and I feel like the series is really the tale of the solo laners. Kush Marbles for Meme City, and then Andicus for Dreadzone. And Andicus, he had some good moments with the Yone turn on the Soul Point Drake, but other than that, not finding as much success as that impeccable Aurelia performance in the first game.
Yeah, I think once again, just Kush Marbles playing really well there. Able to get such great ultimates off in crucial team fights. Able to really control, his HP, make some good calls there as well. Really impressive by how he's played this game. And once again, getting him on that Wukong, definitely a good decision. Was able to win his lane constantly, especially with that early jungle pressure. And so I'm really excited to see what both teams have to offer in game 3.
Yeah, and Jason, just as something to entertain going into the third game, and as we head into this break, is that Kush Marbles has blinded the Wukong both times. So what happens if he gets counterpicked next time?
That's true. Absolutely. And with these kind of closing thoughts, we're going to be heading towards a break. Don't go anywhere. This is Aegis Guardians League Week 4. Welcome back to Week 4 of Aegis Guardians League. I'm Jason Skipper 5. I'm with Simulacrum, and we're just going to be entering draft shortly. But right now, what are some observations and things that you want to say so far, man?
Like we were just talking about, Diego, not really the power pick that I was anticipating going into this series. It is yet to find success. Hasn't won a game yet in this best of 3. And so I suspect both teams are going to drop it, not because Diego's a weak pick, but because it doesn't seem like DZE or Meme City have been able to find success with it in this series. So no reason to continue picking it.
Yeah, and DZE have opted for blue side this game, and so going for blue side again. I believe, I think red side have won all the games so far, if my memory serves me correct. So definitely a bit of a reach here, but if DZ are confident that they can pull this off, then they're definitely going to go for it, as we're going to enter pick and ban now. Okay, so looks like it's going to be Riven, Aurelia off the table. Pretty standard stuff so far.
Now let's see what the change-up is for DZE.
Yeah.
I think they keep the Xayah ban. I wouldn't... Yeah, I think they're going to keep the Xayah ban because I suspect that they picked Janna. Meme City picked Janna last time to fulfill a similar role to Lulu, whereas there's no champ that quite does the same thing as Xayah in the AD carry position. So this makes sense.
Yeah. So let's see, Meme City. Oh, they haven't banned the Zed yet. That's definitely one thing that's
they're dropping
interesting to note. Yeah, really interesting if they actually drop the Zed ban. That'd be pretty fun to see. It looks like DZ aren't gonna ban the Wukong.
Change.
But looks like, yeah, no change from last game's draft. Still the exact same thing. Seems pretty standard so far. So interesting. Let's see what DZ decide to opt for the first pick here. Are they gonna go with the Viego again? Or are they gonna skew in a different direction?
I hope they don't go with the Viego. Because we've seen that look from blue side. If we here, it's 3 times in a row we've seen the first pick Viego. Okay. Ziggs is
gonna first pick Ziggs. Ziggs has won all the games that the Mad Bomberman has been involved in. So that's definitely good news. But Kush Marbles back on Wukong duty again. Comfort champion for him. Definitely able to carry the game as well.
Yeah, he he has looked good on the Wukong both games previous, and he's blinded it. And so Meme City seeing no reason to change winning ways, at least for Kush Marbles. And so yeah, Wukong again.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I'm gonna be really interested to see what they're gonna go for this next pick. You know, they are showing the mid bot flex pretty early, but I'd like to see, you know, Meme City pick up a scaling bot lane here. You know, Aphelios Thresh is available, or you know, Jinx and Jinx is available. You know, plenty of AD carries for them to pick from. I think that's a good option to go for here as well. It looks
Well,
like
they
they're gonna
could-
pick up Janna. That
Oh,
looked
I
pretty
don't
good
like.
in that first game.
Yeah, it looked good, but they picked the Janna in response. This time they're blinding Janna, which I don't like. I'm not as huge of a fan. 'Cause
Yeah,
now,
that's definitely true.
like now DZE could do something like. Actually, I don't think they're gonna do this because I don't think Anakin would play Ziggs. But on paper, DZE could respond with something like a Aphelios Thresh, and then Wukong looks really awkward. So he doesn't like playing against those picks. But
Yeah,
I
Aphelios
don't
Thresh
think.
is- Oh, Hecarim gonna be locked in here for Night Train. You know, Hecarim's seen a resurgence recently, right? Especially with those AD ratio buffs. No
Mhm.
longer the Turbo Cancer Chem Tank Phase Rush build, but you know, definitely very strong pick here. I like it. Definitely able to, you know, go unstoppable and jump straight on the Janna. So it's a nice pick up there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good answer to the Janna, but Wukong's more than happy to. Oh. Okay, I actually like this.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wukong
yeah.
gets countered by Malphite, and
Yeah.
not Comet Malphite, but Grass Malphite. That's just what I think. Like, you know, you go Grass Malphite, you press E when he presses E, and you just smack him. So
Yeah,
I'll be interested. Like, I hope we see Grass Malphite come out, because that's what you should be going against Wukong. But if it's Comet Malphite, I'm not opposed to it. Trundle is a good pickup as well. Definitely can ult the Malphite or the Hecarim and, you know, kind of shred the front line jumping in.
Yeah, I think Trundle's fine, but the pillar does not stop Malphite or Hecarim at all. They're both unstoppable while flying in, and so not too much defensive utility. It's really on the Janna to somehow not get hit and then press Monsoon. I think just to survive this this quote wombo combo that DZE have drafted so far. Silas
Yeah,
is a
definitely.
reasonable ban. Wait. They
Wait.
They. Why?
Because they don't want Silas with Trundle ult. That's why.
They could have taken the Silas. There's so many good. There's
They
3 great ults to
Hecarim
steal.
ult Silas. They could have taken Malphite ult Silas. I think that's more of a confidence thing for Buckby, that he just doesn't want to play against Silas.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just so surprising when you have a buffet of ults to choose from that you don't take it. But I think they're holding counter pick for Buckby, and they're gonna pick AD on 4 here. Is Meme City.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, why would you? What? Okay.
Yeah, some interesting ban choices coming in these
it's
early
Ezreal,
phases.
I think it's Ezreal. Nope. Okay.
Kaisa being locked in here, so Kaisa does work with the composition. They have a lot of CC and a lot of things that enable that killer instinct to be activated. Good, you know, kind of movements as well from the champ to be able to dodge and avoid a lot of these, you know, targeted abilities that have a huge AoE area. So it's not a bad pick, but Kaisa has recently been the kind of victim of a lot of nerfs over the past couple patches, with like the Halo Blades nerf, the QAD ratio nerf as well. So not as strong as, you know, she used to be, but still a good pick. I see Braum coming in. I like this pick though.
Yeah, this is a good answer to Kaisa and Wukong. I can't say I'm a fan of the Kaisa though, because even though she has CC to work with, the CC doesn't work on Hecarim or Malphite, so they're gonna fly in and then she gets to ult, so she has to flash or somehow dodge the Onslaught of Shadows and the Unstoppable Force.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely, and you know, we're waiting on this last pick here. It looks like
Whoa.
it's gonna be Victor, and so
well, that's a lot of magic damage.
That is a lot of magic damage, and so, you know, if I'm Meme City Paradox, you know, maybe pick Galio, or maybe just something that really neutralizes all this magic damage threat. So let's see what Buckby decides he wants in this mid lane counter matchup. He's gonna go for the Corki.
Tried and
Looks like
true.
it. You know,
Corki
the
Victor.
good old Corki Victor, Corki Azir. Resident Sleeper, but looks like the Corki is going to get locked in, so Meme City Paradox, once again, they have a good amount of team fight potential, but DZ have such a great wombo combo once again. It's really just going to be down to execution this game, I think.
Yeah, actually, I think that the Brahm's a little out of place now that I look at their comp. I think they could have done a Galio or something here, and the comp looks stronger because the Brahm just kind of stands here. He's just like, hi guys, and then everyone else is like going wee, and they're flying in. But Brahm and Victor just kind of stand there. Ziggs can at least yeet the ult, like just say like I'm helping guys. But
yeah, I think it'll be down to Macrise to kind of prove to us that that it's a good pick, the Braum here. And he has played it before. They did play Ziggs Braum in their win against Omega Gaming Horizon last week. So maybe they're running it back with the tried and true combination. But I guess we'll have to see. Right now, both comps looking very interesting, and I'm looking forward to exciting game 3.
Yeah, so am I. This is going to be an interesting game for sure.
Okay, then in that case, I think we'll be ready to cut it towards break. Once again, this is Aegis Guardians League Week 4. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you once game is loaded.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back to Aegis Guardians League Week 4. This is Game 3 between Dreadzone Gaming Elysium and Meme City Paradox. How are we feeling as we load onto Summoner's Rift from Crumb?
I feel vindicated because I offhandedly mentioned Corki with Call, and here we are with Corki with Call. So I feel pretty good.
Oh my god, our rune predictions are now rune nightmares. Complex went Comet and Night Train went Conqueror.
Oh, and I have an Electrocute Victor, which I actually don't mind. It's Andicus, so I guess he wants to go pew pew.
Yeah, it's not bad. But I'll say laning for Complex will be a bit more difficult now, because with Grasp, at least like if Wukong jumped in, you could trade with him and then like chunk out his health. But now it's much more passive how you have to play. Like you can't really respond to Wukong jumping in, which will be a bit of an annoyance. And I guess Conqueror, like you said, like it'll be difficult for Hecarim to fully stack Conqueror in a long team fight.
Yeah. The phase rush just offers so much immediate upfront value. It makes your autos do more damage. It lets you stick to targets better. Janna throws Monsoon or NATO and you don't care because you still have phase rush going. You got the Trundle pillar comes out, you got slow resistance. You can just run around that thing. And it gives you more damage. But now Conqueror is just like you're already healing your kit. Your champ already heals. You're gonna go Sunder, I suspect, because he's playing Conqueror, so he's gonna heal off that as well. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure last time I did the math on Phase Rush versus Conqueror on Hecarim, Phase Rush gives more AD than Conqueror does. So, anyway, rant over about Hecarim and rune choices.
Anyways.
I suspect this game is going to be much more subdued, Jason, because we have scaling options, and we have... The Hecarim can gank, but Trundle's not, as we saw in Game 1, Rover not doing too many aggressive moves with the Trundle, more of like a facilitator, shadowing laners to help them crash or set up waves favorably.
Yeah, and you see right there the trade in the top side, push marbles 1E, and because Malphite doesn't go grass, doesn't have that E ready, isn't able to trade back properly, and so that's another gripe with this top lane matchups, that Malphite becomes a punching bag if you don't play it properly.
Yeah, and also by nature going the Comet build, you're a melee cannon essentially. You just throw the Q and then you run away.
Yeah,
he's in Q here and he runs away.
Yeah, looks like Rover is pathing towards this top side, does potentially want to look for a gank, but good ward plays out from Complex, able to catch him out, but Complex looking like he's going to be forced to flash here. Yeah, like the pillar just too much slow, and even though the ward was placed down, unfortunate just that he couldn't get away quick enough.
Yeah, and that's just because Malphite has no mobility, and the Trundle pillar is such a great range. It's really deceptive how far you can cast that ability, and so even the ward warning him does not help. He has to flash. Oh wait,
yeah, it looks like Collector taking a lot of damage here. Braum Winters by passive managed to get a Collector 1 HP. Kushmarb was also trading heavily with Complex on top side. No flashes used from the bot side, so we know there's no kills there. But Complex getting chunked out by a lot from Kushmarbles. And also, you didn't see it on the screen, but on the map, Rover was invading the jungle of Night Train and forces him to pass towards that bottom crack. So Collector's looking like he might be in trouble here. Hecarim is here, spotted out on the ward. He's not running away yet. Collector, what are you doing? Ghost popped by Night Train. Exhaust coming down as well. Looks like it's not going to get enough damage to kill him. Daydream able to peel back with the heal as well. And it looks like just a lot of Game 3 nerves being shaken up here.
I will say that that Daydream and Collector had a lot of discipline after getting stunned up by the concussive blow, or not not the concussive blows, the Braum passive. They didn't burn the exhaust or heal. They just flashed and walked away, and then because they saved the spells, the Hecarim gank doesn't result in a kill. So that was good discipline. Maybe some nerves for sure, but they're not just giving into panic quite yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that! Look at that great trade from the side of Kushmobs there. EWQ immediately chunking Complex out, and look at how low Complex is just from this in the lane. This is such a bad position for him as well.
Oh, this is a nightmare for Complex because not only did Kushmarbles reset and come back to lane without burning TP, he can just keep aggressively trading like that and then TP back himself.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. It's a
if
top
Complex
laner's dream right now.
Yeah, Complex is not gonna TP, which means that Kushmarbles can just hang back and soak up XP and let the wave push into him. And then the instant that Complex comes in, he can fight for control of the wave, take an extended trade, even through the Bramble Vest, and then just TP back. But
yeah, now Infernal Dragon is up, so it looks like we're gonna be getting a different soul this game.
Ooh, yeah, we are.
Well, actually, no, we might get Mountain Soul again, but
yeah, that's true. We could flip a Mountain Soul. Maybe we'll get an Ocean Soul.
Yeah, maybe we'll get an Ocean Soul. Maybe we'll get a Cloud Soul. Cloud Soul into some of these champs would be pretty funny as well.
Oh, here we go.
Kushmarble's going in onto Complex. Complex has no flash. Rover is coming in.
Pillar?
Does have the pillar. Does get the pillar, but Complex way too much health and a bit too healthy to be able to do anything. Teleport coming in from both Gopamine and Amicus. It looks like they want to mangle.
Oh, great satchel.
It looks like Rover is going to get caught out here. Kushmarble's able to walk away. First Blood goes towards Night Train, but does leave Magfries answering a whole wave to himself, so it is a bit awkward from the side of DZE.
Yeah, but what a great satchel. Gopamine. That was, yeah, great double TP. And yeah, and right now Kushmarbles is taking bad trades because Bramovus is pretty good against Wukong.
Yeah, and it looks like Bugby is forced to flash off a gank from Nitrate just now. Kushmarble's going in, looking a bit low. I wonder how close Complex is to hitting level 6. In fact, he's level 6. If Complex wants to dive this, he kills him instantly. Kushmarbles has to back out and TP there, so poor management in terms of health and trading means that he loses a lot of that wave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now this means that that favorable situation I described earlier is now gone after that that double TP play to turn the regank from Rover. And now Complex gets to hold his TP, has the impactful Unstoppable Force to make a play bot side, and has a favorable lane state up top. The wave's going to come back into him. He's got a generous minute plus window to make a play happen and reset and get that wave.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like, once again, Atticus holding the wave just in front of this tower, keeping it nice and cozy for him to farm up and make Bucky feel really uncomfortable now that he has no flash. See Night Train starting up the Dragon here with Magfries. They're going to check with the Kai'Sa W, the Void Seeker, and they're going to see that they're on Dragon. Rover invading on the top side of the jungle, keeping the Braum for himself. It looks like just an even trade of resources on the map so far. Nothing too special right now. Going on side both teams, just need to farm it out.
Well, we're not getting an Ocean Soul, Jason. It's...
Oh, pain.
Well, yeah, it's... Okay, flip a coin. You think we're getting Mountain or you think we're getting Cloud?
I think we're gonna get Cloud.
You think we're gonna get Cloud? Okay, okay.
I think Cloud. But, right now, so let's save the game. Only 200 gold lead for DZ, just off that gold lead. Complex, once again, taking a bit of beating from Wukong, but now that he's a bit tankier with those Ruby Crystals and the Bramble Blast, definitely looking a lot better. And I actually really like that he's going double Ruby instead of just straight into a Sunfire Aegis, or into the Bomby Cinder.
Yeah, here's Rover once again. Seems like just a regular now on this top side, shadowing a Kushmarbles.
Yeah, but
perhaps
he's starting up the Rift Shield as well.
Yeah, they do have a prio mid lane because Anticus took a reset. Has no TP as well to get back to lane promptly, and don't know if he has package. Did we see him pick up package? The Buckby?
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be a package in the base right now, so it doesn't seem like there's going to be much movement there.
Okay, but it looks like they're going to get the Herald.
Yeah, absolutely. Buckby on that fighter jet right now is, shooting away. It does look like there is gonna be some, yeah, just looks like it's gonna be some farming right now. Pretty chill right now. Daydream does get level 6 ahead of Dopamine. Dopamine is still level 5, but Collector taking a
Ooh,
lot of damage
here's
as
the
well.
Malphite.
Teleport coming in from Malphite. Unstoppable Force
This is death.
is ready. Gonna pick up the kill onto Collector and the ultimate as well. Double knock, a bouncy castle for Daydream. Forced to flash away as well. One more auto would do it. Night Train is gonna look to jump in, maybe. Double kill going towards the Malphite complex is gonna survive with sliver of health as well. Night Train also, you know, kind of there for the moral support. Not really able to do much there. Yeah.
Yeah, really great use of that first Malphite TP. That's what I was talking about. Kush Marbles had no TP to respond. They had no Corki TP, and they probably get top tower actually if they do this right. It looks like they are. Victor's coming up, but I don't think he can stop this take.
The Herald and charges off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is first tower. This is gone. And if Andicus over aggresses, they might just yeah, he's gonna go for it. There's the. Oh no!
Yeah, and it looks like Cyclone going down as well. It looks like Atticus looking like he's in trouble here. Tower goes down as well. Second part of the cycle goes down, but Atticus, is he able to get off the kill? No. Wukong is able to get off that last Q, pick up the kill onto the Victor. Really good tempo play from the side of Meme City. Able to pick up a kill and the tower as well for Kush Marbles.
Yeah, that was a great response, but Jason, I got a little nervous because I thought they had done enough damage to the tower for the execute to come in, but no, that tower persisted on a sliver of HP, and so it almost turned bad for Meme City there. But fortunately, Kush Marbles just threw a Sheen empowered auto at it and took care of it, and then killed Andicus on the back end. And
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, a lot of things happening around the map everywhere, but you know, Complex, even though he did lose that first tower, he is 2-0, is very strong right now, and he's looking like he's gonna build towards that tank item. It's gonna be very difficult for Daydream and Bucky to kill him, especially for the next 10 minutes or so.
yeah, and also it looks like a slight gold lead to Meme City, despite the there being a kill difference in favor of Dreadzone. Just the first tower getting all 5 plates up there. Admittedly split between the jungler and top laner, but 5 plates nonetheless. So they're enjoying a slight gold lead of 600.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, this gold lead, it's early. It's not the same as the gold lead as the first game. You see here, Night Train coming in, does have that unstoppable onslaught ready, but holds on to it. Collector, whoa, gets evaporated there. Magfries gets the kill in the end, so, you know, even though it is a kill, it's not who you want to see it on. Flash ult coming in as well from on towards Bucky. Bucky first to flash away. Complex is able to get away pretty smoothly, but Kush Marbles is here as well. He's waiting in the bush. Night Train gets spotted out by the ward. Rover is moving in as well. Looks like nothing much is going to happen, but Night Train is going to be able to get some autos off onto ward. Got some autos off onto Rover. It looks like they're just going to be able to control that bush now. 20 seconds until Dragon spawns too.
Yeah, I think Corki might grab the package here. Yeah, looks like he's grabbing it. Yeah, he's running real fast. That's the package.
Yeah, Kush Marbles looking for some trades onto wards and trying to get the mid lane fire.
Wait. Jason, look at Complex's ult cooldown. It looks like he used it recently. But I didn't see him use it.
Yeah, he did. He did have that. No, he did flash ult Buckby in mid lane. So there was that. That definitely happened.
Okay, I
yeah,
must have missed that.
Yeah, right here, Meme City are able to get the first move onto the dragon here. Maybe the Ziggs bomb. No, red team has picked up the dragon. It looks like it's gonna be a Cloud Soul. No, wait, no, that's a Mounted Soul.
It's a Mounted Soul.
Oh, it's a shame.
Well, okay,
But
that was
really huge news for sure.
Yeah, I know, and great package use. But it's Mountain Soul, but you don't want to give that to Malphite. Well, you don't want to give that to Hecarim either. So, I hope ideally Meme City continue to utilize the package well to take control of the Drake and pressure Dreadzone to give.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. I think there's a lot of. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of map pressure that Meme City have been able to put off, even though Dreadzone do have that lead in kills. So a lot of it's still some more scaling, definitely for both teams.
Yeah, speaking of scaling, that call is about to be finished by Buckby. So it's a pretty big influx of gold and a pretty heavy scaling build coming in from the Corki. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but it looks
Does-
like Night Train is here as well. Does have the ultimate. Corki
This is
W
death.
away, but not
Oh.
far enough. Buckby
Good
does get
TP.
chunked out by a bit, but TP coming in from Kush Marbles. If Buckby can stay alive just for a bit longer, they could fight this. Maybe get the kill onto Aegis. Kush Marbles
Rover.
does get the Cyclone off. Rover here as well. Aegis turning onto Aegis running away, but turning onto Night Train instead. They are going to get the 1-for-1 here, mid for jungle. Kush Marbles might be in trouble here. Malphite does have the unstoppable onslaught. Are they looking to chase? No, they see the Collector and they decide to back off.
And then meanwhile, Daydream gets a little turret damage down bot lane, but no plates to gain anymore. So it just maybe got a plate. I didn't catch it, but maybe got one plate there before plates went down.
Yeah. But, well, as of right now, still, Kush Marble is able to catch this lead wave, so not the most losses. And Buckby should rotate to... Buckby going back mid, and Kush Marble is catching 2 waves here, so it's not bad. Wukong 2-0 right now, does have a good shutdown on his head as well. And so it's a lot of it's looking like it's down to Kush Marbles to carry again.
Yeah, and also to note that Night Train is down a fair amount of CS, and so Rover has finished his mythic before the Hecarim has. And I think that's just a consequence of Night Train going for these really enthusiastic, aggressive ganks, particularly towards the Meme City bot lane. Really trying to punish the Janna Kai'Sa lane.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of, but actually, yeah, punish the Giant Kai'Sa, but on the same hand, Daydream has been farming decently well, and hasn't died too much. Collector has
look at
does
this.
have that, those are the 2 left, but Gang coming in towards the top side. Kush Marbles is gonna get surrounded by 3 people.
Oh,
He
no.
doesn't have the Cyclone, but does have the Flash. He's gonna recall in place. Uses the W to get away. Can he get any more tools to get out of the way? Can he back to Anarchist?
Oh,
Flash
no.
but not far enough. Gonna get stunned up, and the shutdown is gonna go towards Anarchist. Extra 150 to the pocket as well for the side of Anarchist. Oh, so definitely good pickup on the side DZ, but big greedy from Kush Marbles to get caught out like that.
Yeah, particularly when it was clear that his team was playing heavy bot side there, putting all their members down here for this tower. Yeah, perhaps overstaying a little bit, and the Herald's gonna be taken by Dreadzone, but plates are down, and no easy access to a tier 2 side lane tower quite yet, so I don't know how much they'll be able to gain with this Herald. And speaking of objectives, actually, Jason, I think that's something also to touch on, is that I think even though Meme City lost the first game, I think that Rover has been the better jungler all 3 games. Because even though Dreadzone have a kill lead, Meme City have secured more objectives. They took the first Herald, they took first tower. They're equal in Drakes, and they're up towers, right? And and despite all that, Rover's still up in CS. He's not sacrificing as much to make these plays happen as Night Train is. So he's effectively doing more. He's being greedier and more efficient with his time. I think Night Train's really going out of his way to make these ganks work.
Yeah, he's up at 30 CS now and ahead of item in a bit as well. So it's definitely paying off. You see 40 seconds until this 3rd dragon fight, which is going to be crucial. Flash is available for all members of DZE. Flash is available for all but Kush Marbles on the side of for Meme City. So definitely this is going to be an explosive team fight for this 3rd Mountain Dragon, which is going to be so important as well for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and Corki gonna stop, reset and grab the package again. I think it's back. It should be back up. Should be close.
Yeah,
And he has
absolutely.
GP this time. Yep, he's grabbing the package once again. There he is, speeding off. I don't hear the audio cue, but I know the audio cue well. I can imagine it now.
Oh. And then the Quickie does his little line. Oh, Daydream walking up forward, Rover here as well. Also posturing really aggressive here. Daydream losing a lot of health. Same thing with Collector, half the health gone. Malphite is here though, does have that flash ult. They might want to engage. Collector gets the ult down on towards 2. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in. Quickie package going a bit off. Doesn't have the stopwatch in time. Kush Marble does get the Cyclone off, but it's not going to be enough. The rest of the team isn't alive in time. Daydream does pick up the kill on towards the Malphite, picks up the shutdown, but Night Train able to pick up the kill on towards Daydream on the Kai'Sa. Rover running away, has that W terrain to make him move a bit faster, but Night Train picks up the double kill, and it looks like it's going to be a 1-for-5 for the side of DZE.
Yeah, and that time, Jason, it didn't look... Meme City were unable to set up in the river as comfortably. You saw how awkward it was for the Meme City bot lane. Collector forced to flash just out of sheer fear of getting engaged upon, knowing that they were out of position. And Dreadzone pounced on that, and they forced... And because of the mispositioning by Meme City that forces Buckbeak to use the package early, and then the Onslaught of Shadows to punish Buckbeak going in 1v5 effectively. And so really great fight
absolutely.
from Dreadzone.
Definitely there, but yeah, like, you know, Dreadzone really able to play the fight well. Complex was able to get the first move, get that ult off, and you know, Collector and Daydream really they were really aggressive there, and I don't know why they were walking up so much.
Yeah, especially with the threat of getting hard engaged upon, and they don't have a lot of defensive mobility. They don't have great ways to reposition if they get Hecarim or Malphite ulted. It's just they're reliant on flash or good vision to react at max range. And they had neither there. So I'm not quite sure why they stepped up either.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, we're gonna go back to the drawing board here for Meme City and you know, go for some farming because you know, same thing as last game. They were down a bit in the early game, but you know, after some farming and some scaling, they were able to kind of claw their way back into the game. You know, Daydream is farming well, does have the most CS in the game. Is able to maximize this kind of passive time resource, you know, acquiring. So definitely room for comeback there. Crush Marbles is still strong, does have that Sunder completed, but Complex does have that 4-mail as well, so very, very strong. This is a very, very big rock right now.
Yep, and Hecarim hitting his stride as well. Completed the Sunder, working on the Sterax gauge, and even Andic is coming in with, looks like going towards the Zanyas, which I guess that makes sense if your Hecarim and Malphite are just barreling ahead and leaving you on your lonesome. But you have a Braum, so maybe you don't need the Zanyas? Probably don't need the Zanyas if you have a Braum with a Locket by your side.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, I think if we look at the state of the game here, what do you think both teams need to do to make sure you know, they secure the win for themselves in this game 3?
Meme City definitely need to utilize the package a little better. I think they had the right idea with the Drake previous, but they were late to get into River and to get themselves in a comfortable position. I think that's because they didn't push lanes well enough, and so that just meant that Dreadzone can easily walk into River and feel comfortable contesting. And so because Meme City never got into a position where they could comfortably play against the threat of Malphite and Hecarim, then the team fight cohesion collapses for them, and they can't fight anymore. And Dreadzone love that chaos. The Hecarim and Malphite thrive off of it. And so if Meme City are not allowed to set up vision well, then I'm favoring Dreadzone because they have the tools to just immediately force the issue. And Meme City, however, do not. They don't have those tools.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, if I'm the side of Meme City here, I'm just trying to like minimize the amount of fighting, probably give up the next dragon as well, and wait for the actual soul fight to happen, because that's what 10 extra minutes of scaling, which is a lot of time.
Yeah, and if I'm Meme City and going along that line, I agree. I think giving the next Drake is a good idea. You can try to thread in Baron. You have Kaisa, you have Toydam Kaisa, and then you have a Corki, so you do Baron pretty well. And so taking every moment you can to delay the third Drake take, or the fourth Drake take, the third Drake for Dreadzone, is ideal. You want to make them waste as much time as possible. Keep them running back and forth between Drake and Baron as Buckbeak gets. I'm closing my eyes. I'm closing my eyes.
Buckbeak. Oh no.
I'm
Caught
closing my
again.
eyes.
Stopwatch.
Oh, the TP
Like
comes
does
in.
the
No.
shield.
Oh.
No. Crush Marbles is here though. Does have the Cyclone potentially. This could be a decent angle to fight because there is no tower to protect them, but looks like they're just gonna call it a day for now. Buckbeak looks like the plane is kind of crashing here because he's 0-3 and not really doing so hot in the Corki right now.
Yeah, there might be a little turbulence. But I think the reason that Meme City 1 don't continue is because Buckbeak's dead, and Hecarim didn't use ult. He didn't have to use ult to get that kill, which means that if Meme City try to force the issue, then they're going to eat a Hecarim ult to the face. But it feels really bad. You burnt the TP and you got nothing out of it. Just a crashed plane. So,
Yeah.
okay, they're going to go on to the Victor, but Victor uses the stopwatch quite well.
Yeah, Victor stopwatch. Well, Cyclone coming down from the side of Crush Marbles here. Corki package finally being used to better use. Rover and Crush Marbles separated on the other side. Buckbeak also in trouble here. Doesn't get one shot here, but Daydream full health and auto attacking away. Does have both summoners available. Kush Marble's forced to back off as well, and it looks like it's just gonna be a 1-for-2 for this for now. You know, both sides, you know, kind of skirmishing a bit before this dragon starts here.
Ooh, flash. Oh, great pickup for Ziggs by Kush Marbles, but I think he dies.
Yeah, Kush Marble is able to come in. Aegis get in trouble here. Flashed over by Daydream. Daydream kiting away, trying to survive for as long as possible. Kush Marbles goes in as well. Double kill going towards the Kaisa. Braum picks up the kill onto Kaisa, but Kush Marbles able to pick up the kill on towards the Braum. Oh no, Trundle is on for Rover, and it's gonna be a brief ace, a 5-for-3 after extended fight, I think.
Yeah, and props to Daydream playing that fight so well. And I think the fact that she's farming so well this game, despite getting pressured so heavily by the Hecarim and Malphite, is the reason they win that fight. Because sitting on the wit's end, great against targets like the heavy magic damage of Dreadzone, and then being relatively healthy after the initial team fight means that they buy themselves much needed time to continue scaling.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, they pick up this mountain as well. Kush Marbles has that Black Cleaver complete, and like I said, the Trundle has that Spirit Visage, Kaisa has that Wit's End. A lot of this magic resistance is coming in, and the damage output from Dreadzone is going to be a bit lower.
Yeah, I don't like the Demonic Embrace from Gopamine here, because you have the Braum to be defensive. I think both the Victor and Ziggs want Void Staff this game. There's so much MR coming out. 2 pairs of Merc Treads, you got the Spirit Visage as you pointed out, you have the Wit's End. There's enough MR to warrant the pen item at this point.
Absolutely, yeah. And yeah, like Void Staff, I think Antika Staff next, and you know, feels like it'd be kind of obvious. DZ are posturing for vision though, and so you know, they are grouped up together, and that's one thing that I think I've noticed a bit is that DZ are good at grouping up together, but when Meme City do that, like, you know, they have great team fights played out as well, so it's really just, you know, how you can get those positions, get in proper positions for when fights break out.
Oh, and look at that word on the minimap, right on the blue buff of DZE. There's no teleports right now, but that could have been pretty scary.
Yeah, but definitely can be a good flank ward anyways, and even just as a word like for position. You see here, just DZ forced to kind of back off here as well, as they are down just around 600 gold as well. And so definitely, you know, this is definitely a really close one for both teams. You know, both teams really, it's just down to who makes the first mistake. And you know, they see Anarchist and Magfries on vision there, and so they know not to walk up anymore. 3 minutes of extra scaling for both teams, I say.
Yeah, and it seems like that despite the better engage of DZE, that Meme City, as you point out, are navigating these fights a little bit better. Particularly Daydream and Fish Marbles are the standouts for me. I think Buckbee's kind of there. His packages have been a little meh, I'll say. What else, Jason?
Yeah,
wait,
that last package, the last package in the team fight was pretty good though, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd say overall though, he has not inspired much confidence in package usage. But yeah, the last package was promising. I think if he continues doing that, Meme City could take this game and the series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Trundle gonna face check. Trundle gonna regret
is
face
gonna
checking.
chase check. Rover gonna get caught out. Bromball goes down as well.
Great
Jana
monsoon.
comes down as well. Corki is in the backline trying to hit away. Trundle also being used there. I'm saying a lot of Trundle in this sentence, but you know, just some skirmishes and nothing too much. Just a cooldown wasted from the side of MCP.
They actually wasted 2. They used the Trundle and they used the Monsoon. Just
that's right.
Just to the one of the Glacial Fissure. So Dreadzone pretty happy here, because the Monsoon's a really powerful tool for trying to weather the engage, and they don't have it right now. So
yeah,
MCP on the back foot.
Yeah, look at Daydream's inventory. She has that Lord Dominic's Regard available. That means that the Malphite, the Hecarim, the Braum aren't really going to be tanky anymore. You know, she's going to be really able to, you know, output a lot of that damage. And Kush Marbles as well has that Black Cleaver, getting a lot of armor shred. And so, you know, the item breakpoints for Meme City are really starting to come through now.
Yeah, that's actually a lot of armor pen. I wonder how redundant that's become, because Wukong has armor pen on his Q, and Black Cleaver applies for everyone. So, I don't have the time to run the shred math, but that's a lot of shred. So I absolutely agree. The Malphite's gonna be paper now, especially because the Corki does mixed damage as well,
Yeah, absolutely.
and
but-
he's stacking armor, which
yeah,
makes sense. He's Malphite.
Yeah, 50 seconds until this dragon here. This is a really intense game 3 so far. Definitely like what both teams have had to offer. But, you know, this Mountain Drag definitely getting important because it's going to be sole point for both teams. And
Wait,
so
he grabbed-
it's not the end of the world if you lose it, but does buy a lot of scaling for them. Corki does have the package. I'm not sure when it's going to expire.
He grabbed it too early, I think. It's going to expire shortly after the Drake spawns, which means they have to do something with
Yeah,
this.
he has
There it
to use
is.
Corki uses
Oh!
it now, going in on towards Gopamine. The Ziggs gets caught out. Great usage there, actually. Now Daydream is on the flank, though, assassinating Andicus. Push Marbles gets the Cyclone off as well. Magpie's in trouble as well. Unstoppable Force comes down on towards the Kaisa. Daydream standing in the Chaos Storm, picks the W kill! 3 for 0 for the side of Meme City Paradox. Great fight played out.
That's Drake
Really
and
well
Baron.
executed.
They get both.
Yeah, they're gonna get a free
Oh,
Baron
there's-
here, but wow.
Wait, they're split. Wait. Okay, Kai's gonna go solo. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. Oh,
That
great
was
package.
incredible.
Buckby making
That was
me eat my
incredible
words.
from everyone, honestly.
Yeah.
Really good from Bugbee to use the package to catch up Dopamine. Rover, great flank angle. Push Marbles, good AoE as well, but Daydream really just demonstrating killer instinct, jumping in on the backline, assassinating Andicus, and picking off the kill and then picking off the kill with her W as well. So calm, just clean.
Yeah, really great fight from Meme City. And yeah, if they continue fighting like that, I think they're gonna take this game. Because this is a huge gold swing. They have the Baron, there's no Drake to trade, so there's nothing for Dreadzone to really trade anymore. And they have all the pressure. I don't think Dreadzone's gonna be comfortable forcing anymore now that the John has gotten a little more tankier, so their burst isn't gonna quite finish her off, and then the Monsoon comes in. And you're not gonna touch the Kaisa. I don't know if you noticed, Jason, but in that last fight, Kaisa ate the Malphite ult, the Malphite Q, it was sitting in Chaos Storm and barely
Yeah,
took any
managed-
damage.
Yeah, managed to survive pretty well, and that's the healing from just, you know, domination and
And then the Wit's End too. It's just, yeah, there's too much MR now.
Ability.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to kill Daydreaming very easily anymore.
Yeah, and it looks like they gave over the red buff towards Andicus, and so, you know, definitely the lack of 80 damage here really starting to hurt DZE. You see, like, everyone's itemized towards magic damage. You see Bugbee building towards that Wit's End as well. So every member, except for Collector, has, you know, magic resistance, which means it's so much harder for them to do any damage. You see, the Ziggs Qs aren't hurting as much anymore. And so, you know, definitely super significant.
Okay, there's a brief window of danger here because Kush Marbles hasn't quite finished pushing up and sinking the waves as Dreadzone cleared this mid wave. So there's a bit of a disconnect between the waves here. And if the pressure's not equally applied, then that creates a window of opportunity for Dreadzone to engage. But it looks like the window is closed. Okay, window's closed. They force Malphite to move top with Andicus, and Kush Marbles gets to go mid. So, no potential punish available for Dreadzone. Good satchel though, I like the satchel.
Yeah, good satchel. Definitely DZ are trying their best to, you know, hold off this Baron siege, but, you know, much better Baron power play this time. Definitely using the side lane pressure well too.
Yeah, this is really surprising because I think that Kush Marbles had better matchups the 2 games previous, but it's just this game is the one he opts to begin pressuring the side lane rather than starting with the team. But better late than never to start doing that.
Yeah, definitely. And so, yeah, like, yeah, right now, looking at the item break points, you see Kush Marbles, 3 items now, has that Sterax gauge. You see Rover has that Anathema's chains as well. Blue team turret does go down to the top side. A lot of gold going in towards Kush Marbles as well. Bugbee taking a big amount of damage there from Andicus's Electrocute burst. You know, even though they are down 5,000 gold at this point and a Baron power play, they're still able to do a decent amount of damage. And that's something worth respecting.
Yeah, Kush Marbles playing with fire there, just choosing to walk between the tier 3 towers, and realizing his arrogance, just pops the decoy at the very end to just get away safely.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, right now, looks like they're going to be able to back off. 1:40 until this Mountain Dragon. So, you know, setting up vision, getting the recall, and picking up the soul for the side of Meme City Paradox. DZE need to do something quick unless, or otherwise this game's going to slip out their hands.
Yeah, and I don't think they're doing themselves any favors because we see Andicus working towards a Lich Bane, and Ziggs working towards the Zanyas, which I can't say I blame them for the Zanyas in this game, because thus far Meme City have been able to find access to the backline with the Wukong and the Kaisa, and so the defensive Zanyas is not unwarranted. But no pen against all this MR that's coming in from Meme City means that these mages are not going to do as much damage as Dreadzone really need them to be doing.
Yeah, definitely a Boris moment right here. And in fact, like, yeah, I don't know, like, personally, I'm just not too sure why Gothami is building that Oblivion Orb, you know, like, there is some healing, but it's more important to get that burst of damage off, especially because you have the Leandries and Demonic and Base Burn. But, you know, what's done is done, and right now, looks like DZ are looking to push out mid and try posture themselves a bit better for Dragon. They don't have complete vision over this river. That's something that Meme City controls. And so, you know, a lot of it is going to be, you know, how they're going to play this fight. It looks like they're all grouped up together. Malphite does have flash ult, but sums are all available for the side of Meme City as well. So this is going to be a fight of, like, pure mechanics and see how it's played out. No room for mistake here.
Yep. I want to know, I wish I knew how long Package had left, because he grabbed it early yet. I think he grabbed it a better time this time, but still a little early.
Yeah, and it looks like Buckby is just, you know, preparing himself to use that package, standing on that side, side angle, almost gone as well. Remember, he doesn't have stopwatch, so if he goes, it's probably a one-way trip. It looks like Rover is going to start the dragon. Meme City is posturing for it. Uses the package just as a zoning tool. Complex does go in, whiffs the all, only gets the Trundle. Kush Marbles goes in with 3-man cycle in the backline. Malphite gets one shot immediately. Daydream jumps in the backline, gets exhausted. Magpie is trying to kite away. Gothami flashes onto him. Daydream flashes back as well. Shutdown goes towards the Hecarim, but on the other end, Bucky is doing a lot of damage. Collector picks up a kill onto Anakin. Rover running onto Magpies is slowed up by the pillar, and this looks like it could be game once again. It's just the Ziggs and Hecarim defending the base.
What a fight, Jason. I think the nerves really got to Dreadzone at the end. The Malphite ult just barely clipping the Trundle, not finding any of the key targets. And
yeah, Complex had flash too. You know, he could have forced the flash out of Kaisa a bit faster, but it looks like Goku able to defend the base long enough. It's not going to be game just yet.
Wow. I actually thought it was game.
DZE have one more chance. They don't get the soul. They didn't get the soul either.
They get to go back for it.
The game. They get to go back. They get to go back for it, but you know, this means just a bit more time for the side of DZE to come, you know, to scale and just try claw their way, find their way back into this game somehow.
Yeah, and I think we've reached the point, Jason, where the threat of the package, where the package isn't required to win the fight anymore. The Kaisa is so strong, the Wukong's so strong. That's a 4-item Kaisa right now.
Yeah, well, it looks like Kush Marbles and Buckby able to pick off Night Train, who wanted to try go for the steal with the desperation play, but Complex is here. Does have the ultimate Collector here as well. Pretty low. Kush Marbles also very low. Buckby standing in the middle of everyone, but Kush Marbles able to try to get away. Daydream with the W, Killer Instinct, picks up the kill onto Anakin. Complex trying to deal as much damage as he can, force the flash away. Gopany also caught in an awkward position. Buckby is on a killing spree now. Daydream jumping in, saving the day with this Kaisa. Killer Instinct killing DZE entirely.
Yeah, and I think that's the nail in the coffin, Jason. The mages were not enough. You saw how little damage. The Wukong engaged on a sliver of HP and still lived, because just the Merchards and Sterix alone were enough for him to survive the flat damage that these mages are offering.
Yeah, and it looks like we're getting the disconnects, we're getting the Nexus Explosion, and we're getting Game 3 taken by Meme City Paradox with the series.
Yeah, not the turn of events I was expecting. I thought after that convincing Game 1 that Meme City they floundered a bit Game 2, but I thought they'd come back with a similar game plan to Game 1 in Game 3, but complete departure. Control Mage from Anticus, which doesn't seem his style, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, not the same champion picks we were used to in the first 2 games, where he definitely performed a lot better. But you know, here we are in that situation. Meme City Esports to reverse sweep Dreadzone Elysium, and
I think,
you know, make their way back.
Yeah, I think Kush Marbles was instrumental in that, because the Wukong all 3 games had a massive impact all 3 games, and I think especially Game 3 in a rough matchup with the Malphite getting the lead that he did, he still did a ton of work in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, just really nice how this was played out, and I believe that leaves Meme City Paradox at 2-2 and Dreadzone Elysium at 1-3. And with that said, also like to, yeah, we have a raid scheduled. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to this week's Aegis Guardians League matchup, and we'll see you next week.